Is this thing on? Super autism loading. Oh, yep, that seems to be good. Okay, let's see if this works. Welcome Redbird, welcome Zedbird, Redbird, Redgen, and Zedgen, and Nikki Bishop, and Layla P, and Leslie, and Charlie, and Barvinci, and Derek, and Sinister Babe, and Stephanie Alexandria, and everybody, and Emma Stefan R, and Marcy, and Juju, and Derek, and Guest, and Soup, and Masakazi. Welcome. When the song ends, I'm going to see if this works. Fee, hello! Everyone ready for Catmageddon? Hello, Amelia. Hello, Schnuka. Moving to cats. Moving to cats in a moment. Moving to cats in a moment. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, because I've got to move. Okay. Cats are happening. All right. They're kind of desperate. So let's just 1 second. Right. This is, don't just work with me on this. Okay. I have limited capacity for everything. Just a templated word.
soft, turn the key and cooler on. Push a pause for relief. Free pass, you don't even have to ask to be the cat in the sun.
Okay. Right. Right, sound off. Okay. Right, I got these things. Oh, and a card. Right. Okay, where's my chat? This is peak entertainment. It certainly is. Missing rear hind leg is Julian. That was Julian. Okay. Sorry, let me just move the chat so I can see it and it doesn't look like you're looking at the back of my head when I'm looking at the chat. I normally put the chat here so I can see it. Just got to work with me on this, sorry. Okay. Alright, I'm not even sure what I did. Hang on 1 second. I can't see anything at the moment. Yeah, I couldn't see any of your messages, by the way. I couldn't see any of the chat. Brilliant. Are we taking your Tylenol today? We don't have Tylenol over here. We just have paracetamol. The answer is yes. Let's hope it's just this for 2 hours. Okay, Mike's spoiling us this. Feels like a reward for getting through yesterday. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the cats. Is it a ring cake mode? No, it's not. It's not a ring cake mode at all. It's actually an actual pet. It's an actual pet bowl. It means that they can kind of all eat together without kind of like getting their heads in the same bowl. Does that make sense? Good, we're talking about you. Nice things, I hope. Oh my god, just, you know, if any of you guys knew the shit that I receive sometimes doing YouTube. I'm laughing. It's not okay, but it's real. You know, I'm going to be doing a tier list of some of the comments, so you will get to see them. I'm tier listing them. I don't know what metric I'm using to tier list them, but I guess we could just rate them out of 10 or something. This is Kylie Daly, Jackie. Hello, Dragonfly. I think your name is new. Welcome, by the way. These are the Autisticats in here. Literally some of the best people. In fact, one of them has just sent me a card. I know it because I opened it before the stream. You think I can wait? You think I can wait and open things on stream? No. I'm going to open them before stream. Yeah. So I'm going to open this. Check out those stamps, by the way. I'm not going to dox you. Your address is on the back. I will not dox you. I will take the address off, okay? For safety reasons. There we go. You're undoxable now. There you go. Have a look at this. Look at these stamps, by the way. I'm pretty impressed with these. Check them out. Check out this one. It's a shark. It's literally a blahaj. Look. They've got more eel as well. Pretty cool. And some corals. That's pretty cool. Hey, Juju. Glad you're here. This is super sweet. Check this out. Literally. Check it out. Ah! Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, cool. It says Leeuwarden. Leeuwarden. What does Leeuwarden mean? Hello, Mike. This card, you can read it out loud in a live stream if you want. A good way to start correspondence with me. If you don't want it read out on a live stream, you probably need to indicate this, because it's live. Oh shit, too late. The feathers arrived at my mum's. She's very pleased and put them in a vase. The envelope with the cats she liked too. Also that it came from the Isle of Man. The post stamps are of sea life around St. Eustatius? Capital of the Caribbean Netherlands. I've never heard of that before, but obviously the Netherlands back in the day, the Netherlands were quite the, well, civilization tells me, quite the conquerors, quite the travelers, quite the traders. I put part of the stickers that are not stamps in with this card, hoping that you and the Tea Fairy are sound and well. The Judith Juju. Thank you very much, Juju. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much for sending this to me. And check them out. Check them out, guys. Seriously, look. I'm not at all jealous. I totally want to. Thank you so much, Tea Fairy. I totally want to go and see these creatures. Check them out. Look, so we've got reef shark, or as you guys know them as, tiger high. Tiger high would be tiger shark, right? How's my Dutch? Tiger high. What do you call seahorse? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of going to IKEA. You know in IKEA where you have things like table, but it's not a table. It's something else. Okay. Okay, so this moray eel, a moray eel, is actually called a good start marine. This thing here is called a good start marine, which is actually quite a nice word for bitey bastard. The seahorse is called Gestreeped Zepar DJ. I feel like it's just all of the consonants that didn't get used up with the other word, with the other animals. It's just all of the consonants. You're just writing in Dutch. It's like all the consonants. And then, actually, oh my goodness, it's a humpback whale. The humpback whale is Bultrug. Bultrug. That's nice and easy. B-U-L-T-R-U-G. Bultrug, the humpback whale. This guy. That's so cool. Thank you so much for those. They're really, really beautiful. Thank you so much. And such a lovely card. And I'm so glad that your mum liked the peacock feathers. If you guys remember, Juju actually won the stuffed peacock behind me. There is a peacock behind me, a peacock plushie. Juju won it, decided to donate it to me, so I sent her I sent her some peacock feathers instead. Thank you so much. That is super kind. You didn't have to, by the way. Very unexpected, very kind, really lovely. Thank you so much. Tea Fairies just brought me tea. It's available in the merch store. See how professional things are now. Okay, I'm glad Hyde Snooker's in the chat. Check these out. These were $2 each. Okay. These are, what do you call them? Microfiber monsters. Check them out. Has anyone seen these before? We got them from the pet shop. Look. They're microfiber. Check them out. Hi, Snooker. It was about a month ago. We watched a live stream, a video in the after party, and it was of these creatures. What was it called? Wish and Mop or something? Was it Wish and Mop? Anyway, yeah, they're microfiber dog toys. But they were $2 each. I had to get them to show you at the live stream, and obviously the dogs will play with them. I thought they're super cute. I can't name them because they're going to get destroyed probably. Oh, it sort of depends. It's like Maisie has her own plushies and she takes good care of them. But also the ones that aren't hers, she destroys. So Maisie would destroy my plushies in a heartbeat, but she loves her own. It's really strange. They feel they're not super unpleasant. I'll be honest. They're not the worst texture. I think I have psychological damage from this type of microfiber that's making me a bit hesitant. But they are actually not that bad. Elmo, Almo, and Ulmo. Kate, I done. So anyway, there we go. Okay. Yeah, these are all going to be Maisies, pretty much. Very cute. Okay. Not as good as this. I mean, stuff for cats is way better because cat stuff is filled with drugs. So cat drugs, not YouTube drugs. No, YouTube people. Let me just get a cat. One sec. Okay, got a cat. It's a funny looking cat. But still. No, Maisie's a collie. Maisie is a border collie. I shall. You can see her on my cracking my head open video. If you haven't watched that one and you want to see me in pain, you can watch that video. It's crinkles. Why do cats get the best sensory toys? Honestly, listen. And then the other side is just plush and doesn't crinkle. And then they get this. Like, cats get the best sensory toys. Cats literally... And it's got drugs in it. Oh, sorry, catnip. YouTube, don't demonetize me, please. Not again. Don't punish me again. For cats. Okay. Where are we at, everyone? Hello. So how's everyone been over the last 24 hours? How are you enjoying my political live stream? I think all political live streams should be like this. There should be unboxing, there should be microfiber, and there should be stim toys, and there should be chihuahuas, and there should be just cats. Oh, this has got catnip in it. It's just a catnip inside. Yeah, quite a few cats that aren't affected by catnip will like Silvervine, and also catnip is one of those things that cats can develop a sensitivity or lose a sensitivity to as they age. It's just remarkable, isn't it? How does that, like, well, there you go. I mean, it's just, there you go. It's just a thing. So if you have a cat and they're not that fussed about like a bit of catnip, then it might be different in the future, or try Silvervine. Isn't it strange? Charlie, I hope your therapy went well. Nina read me some interesting stories from Reddit yesterday about therapy gone wrong, and it was hilarious. There were so many stories about just people's experiences of therapy, but just where it went wrong, but in a really funny way. So there's some really funny ones. I can get them posted in the Discord. That might be easier than trying to read them out secondhand from my memory, especially after the last 24 hours. Chloe J, I hope you're feeling good and looking after your future self there. Norwegian Glaswegian, an old cat of mine wasn't into catnip, but she loved menthol. Did my forehead when I had a migraine and put menthol on it, and then she'd flop on the floor. Okay. Looney Tunes, hello. My cat's name's Ranton Egan because she's no shags. My therapist knows a lot of Moomin law. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I know a reasonable amount. I wouldn't say a lot of Moomin law. I've managed to avoid Moomin law successfully for most of life, and then now I know Moomin law. Explain that. How does that happen, Charlie? Vinci, how does that happen? Maybe one of you can explain. Phoenix, welcome. Melon 10. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. We had a cat that went nuts over the lid from empty olive jars. That's really common, Anne-Marie. I think TJ was mentioning something like that, actually, in one of the live streams a while back. So what I've done is I let all of our cats sniff olives for science. You know, we have a statistically relevant sample size, obviously, of cats. And none of them are that fussed about olives. So I was wondering what that was all about. Natalie, hi everyone. Hello, Natalie. Nice to see you. I hope you're okay. I hope your work stress is temporary. Work stress is not fun. I have a couple of friends having some work stress at the moment. It's not fun. It's that's a British euphemism for it can be fucking awful for people. It can be very stressful. You can expect no one's names are going to be used, no one's stories are going to be used. I want to say that up front, but you can expect some content that will help in this area in the future. It's on the list. In fact, there's quite a lot of things on the list, and I feel like the only thing slowing me down right now is ABA. As soon as ABA is gone, then everything else will be quite quick. I can promise you all that. Kind of like, I feel like I'm like dragging. I feel like I'm carrying a 20 kilo ABA backpack everywhere I go. As soon as it's gone. As soon as it's gone, out of my life. It's not me, it's you. Then, bye. Then, yeah. Then I can move on with my YouTubing. I can the tube a bit better once that's gone. Ashley! Oh! Ashley, you want to rewind the stream and watch the first, 20 minutes. Seriously. Yeah, you defo did. Watch the first 20 minutes of the live stream. You'll have a great time. I mean that wholeheartedly. In a lovely, lovely way. No politics. Just, you will have... Go back. To watch the first 20 minutes. In fact, you may as well do it now, because the next 20 minutes aren't going to be as good as the last 20 minutes. Maybe watch the first... If you've just arrived, watch the first 20 minutes of the stream, rewind it, and then after 20 minutes, just hop up to wherever we are currently. That's what will happen. That's my advice to you. No, thanks, I just need a holiday. Hope you're better after that. Yeah, I miss you too. Hope things are going okay. We travel in tubes. You do. You all travel in tubes. I don't know how it happens, but I put a cursor over it and it looks like cats. All cats are nothing but cats. Yes, Ashley. It's a lot of cats. You should go back and click it. I mean it. You should just watch the first 20 minutes of the stream, okay? That's why I did the Catmageddon at the beginning, because I know it can be a pain in the ass. So I set everything up and made sure the stream was working on the software, and then ran in and then hit a button and then ran out. So that's how we do this now. Not always, but this is how we've done it. And plus the cats were getting really silly. Two things. So Harriet, if you know Harriet, she's on the live streams quite often, and she's in the Scratch and Post Discord. Now Harriet mentioned, because I'm kind of low on spoons right now, and Harriet mentioned, well, why don't you just go to bed and just let the cats do the stream? And I genuinely contemplated it. I actually contemplated just letting the cats do a stream and just buggering off. I actually contemplated just giving you guys a 4-hour cat stream. Just none of me. Let's go and sleep, or just go and stare in a blank room listening to Taylor Swift or something. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I actually gave it some serious thought, and I thought, hang on a second, actually, we need to do a Catmageddon. So that's how we got to there. I will point out the elephant in the room very briefly. Sorry, I just keep looking over at my fish tank. I've had some issues with it. It's fine now, but lost some fish for the very first time in 2 years. Things are okay, but I'm a bit nervous. Stupid schoolboy mistake. I filled it up to the very brim, right to the very top, and there was no space for oxygen exchange on the water, and there's no air pump. So yeah, bad news. The cats wouldn't accidentally get you demonetized. This is true, Plutonium. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, so I've been feeling a bit sad about the fish tank, so I keep checking it. I keep looking at it like religiously to make sure everything's okay. Everything is okay. Yeah, fish tank. Yeah, a Z-Bird. The fish tank was built on the live stream. The actual fish tank journey, the entire thing, was entirely live stream. In fact, Nina and I both started a tank in February last year on the live stream, and sort of compared them to see who did the best tank. Mike, you need the cat speech buttons. Yeah, this is true. But I know what they're saying. If anything, I can communicate with them almost sort of... It would appear to be telepathic, but I guess if you spend a lot of time with a creature that spends a lot of time with you, you kind of just learn to pick up on mannerisms and things. You kind of figure stuff out. It's purely a function of time and experience. That's it. Got you on now and in the past. The best thing you could do if you actually want to help me out on YouTube is to watch my videos. The second best thing you could do is to watch them twice. Phoenix is being a bit extra there. It's not a requirement. I'm not asking you to do it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching my videos if you do. Do a little later. Yeah, kinda. But like you know, I know nothing or very little about lots and lots and lots of things and lots of animals. It's just cats / the cats that spend a lot of time closest to me. Usually see the feed me, pay me attention, leave me alone. Yeah, and there's a mixture of dramas as well between them. And they've got all of the different inoxidators with. Yeah, Plutonium. Defo. I'll post an update in the Discord at some point. I've been so anyway, yeah. So yesterday I intended to upload a video about plushies. I have quite a fun little video about plushies. I think you're going to enjoy it. I don't want to spoil it, but it's not the usual video. It does have a little bit of... It does have a bit of sort of storytelling in it, I guess, but you know, I don't want to ruin it. There's some fun bits in it that are unusual, I think. I think you might enjoy them. So, what else? Yeah, well, there was this thing with this guy called Trump who said some crazy shit. Yeah, Donald Drew in the plushie mood. Yeah, although Natalie, I knew it was going to happen, right? So, I was waiting. I was literally waiting for the press conference to be announced, and Nina was like, "In fact, I had no African plushies. Somebody should sell a dead whale head plushie, Neil." And some of you know one of my sort of side interests in marine megafauna. The only reason why dead marine whales fascinate me is because I haven't seen an alive one in the sea. It's not that it's dead, it's just that it's there. It just happens to be dead. So, appreciate that came out all wrong, didn't it? I have a background in interest in the marine environment. So not just the animals and creatures, but just the way the marine world is. It's really fascinating, especially when you consider that pretty much everything that's evolved and stayed in the seas doesn't require things like, you know, a skeleton to hold itself up. You know, there's whole different sets of rules as to how things can live and make a life in the sea that they don't have to do on land. More plushies, they're just you in a plushie pit. Maybe. No names. A plushie pit is in the video. Okay, so I'll give you this one for free. Okay, a bit of a battleships thing there for you. No names. There is a plushie pit in the video, and yes, I may or may not be in it. Let's just leave that one with you. There is a big plushie pit in the video. Yes, and I may or may not be diving into it. So I'm looking forward to posting video on plushies. Okay. Anyway, so the Trump announcement happened, and then my attention went straight to that. And partly the reason I managed to get my video out so quickly is because, well, first of all, I was hoping to just find out like what are the top line items. I know a lot of stuff was said, but what are the top two big things? And the top two big things were supported by studies that I had previously read. So it wasn't such a big sort of shock. I knew what the issues were, so it was quick-ish for me to get the content out. You're all along the right kind of lines. There's a pit of plushies. Yes, actually there is. Yeah, and this film. A plushie of me would turn into a voodoo doll. That's not going to happen. So, you know, I had to get a video out on the topic, and I didn't want to do the normal YouTube thing. I might in the future do the normal YouTube thing. I'm not casting shade, okay? I'm just saying I didn't want to do a normal YouTuber thing. I wanted, if anything, if I could kind of like share what I've learned, then it will arm you in any arguments that you may have down the road. I suppose in some respects that's not the sole motivation, but like it's like, well, there you go. And then because I didn't use any audio samples from RFK or Trump, you can actually watch my video without having to listen to them. So you might enjoy that. Layla P is going to have to donate a bunch of Squishmallows when they move. Someone's gonna. That's like winning one of those sort of vending machine things. Not vending machine. Gambling machines. Where the coins come out. Instead of coins, it's Squishmallows. The Ranker Pit, but plushies, no. No. Just plushies. Specific plushies. I'm not going to even. I don't want to spoil it. I just want to have a bit of fun, right? There's some stuff to talk about. I watched Taylor, Mum on Spectrum's live stream about it, and then your video popped up. Oh, nice. I'm glad Taylor did a live stream. I'm glad she got something out. I think partly a comfort in just helping to process some of what's been going on. Okay, so it's kind of like a comfort in. I'm going to do the shout out, Layla P, if you're serious. There is a load of Squishmallows in Northern California potentially needing a good home. Contact Layla P in chat. Yeah. Although, you know, obviously the YouTube kind of instincts kick in, and I knew that I didn't want to record an actual video because it would take too long. My camera is set up here, and I'm just using this live stream camera to talk to. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it worked. I'm just, yeah. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird feeling. I watched and I filmed myself reacting to the entire press conference. And it's quite a boring hour of my face looking at a press conference and saying things every now and again. So I'm not going to use that video. I don't even think it's particularly useful for Patreon even. It's just, you know. But yeah, it was pretty wild. And I think hard to predict the sort of outcome, or at least the general drive of these sorts of things, but I think it helps to maintain a little bit of perspective in that some things we can change and some things we can't easily on an individual basis, I mean. So, you know, there is some comfort to take from it, I suppose. We have our first treatment for autism that's based loosely on an old out-of-date study of less than 50 autistic children based on parent-reported metrics, scoring autistic behaviours from 1 to 5 before and after taking a pill. And then we have sibling cohort studies with sample sizes 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000 times bigger, saying that there's no effect. Deary me. Brian Murphy, how many extra videos on Patreon? I think currently there's about 55 extra pieces of content, not all video. Some of them are my notes, some of them are my mind maps. There is at least one reaction video that goes up every month on Patreon, but realistically, more than that. There is content on Patreon. I'm behind a little bit on what I want to post. I still have behind the scenes on the Balesa video. You know the Balesa sex toy review thing? Well, yeah, I still have more content there to post on Patreon. Although that'll be a cat/tiger tier thing. Then there's behind the scenes the Bristol stuff, but I don't really need to post that, I guess. I don't know how interesting that would be necessarily. Then there's the Plushies stuff. Just wait for the plushie video. You'll like it. And then there's so much. You need science when you have feelings. Yeah, I mean, yes, it was said. It was said during the conference, and that's quite wild. Blahaj giveaway. What makes you think there's a Blahaj involved, Bovincy? What makes you think there's a Blahaj involved? I regret not buying more Blahages. I have Blahaj now. In fact, there's one here, just above my left hand. Hang on, wait. There. That's a Blahaj. And this is another Blahaj. Sorry. This is a Blahaj share. This is a... Oh, ow. This is a... These are Blahajes. So you can be cozy in the corner with Blahajes. Yes. See them in their almighty majesty, their glory. Hello. Name. See. Dual-wheeled Blahajes. King of the North. A Blahajahaj. I may or may not have gone on a Hajj to get a Blahaj. We did about the puppet show. Okay, well. Trump took so long to start that bloody press conference. We were watching it for 40 minutes before it started. I may or may not have done a puppet show with the Blahajes. No, these are Blahajes. They are. Trans bestie. Yeah. I bought 2 sharks. I should have bought more. Because it needed a friend. Reenactment, please. I'll post the video. I will share the video. I'll share the video. I might share it during the plushie video, to be honest. I haven't edited it yet. But it is going to be fun. The BBC did a good fact check article on the Trump debacle. Yeah. I haven't read it all. I read a post saying that their opinion is not to take Tylenol, but actually it's fine. I was playing with these while waiting for the press conference to start. I had fun. Now you need Blahard slippers to match. Blahard slippers are a thing? I don't do Pokemon cards, no, Spoony Tunes. Do you? The Duck Lock. Thank you so much for sharing my video on Reddit. I appreciate that very, very much. From Are the Neurotypicals Okay? Thank you. I feel like you've walked in on me at a very vulnerable moment while I am holding my Blahaj. I feel like I'm not representing myself particularly well right now. Oh, it's below high. Yeah. It's the below high apparently, but it says Blahaj. So, did you get the whale friend too? There's a whale friend? Do I have to go back? It was very difficult finding these. Yes, there's a video. Yes, it's going on YouTube. Yeah, it's just silly. It's just silly. Plushies are valid and good for stimming. Actually, this is true. But it's just funny. It's just funny to me. Somebody pops in. All good. I'm seeking a weighted blanket right now because I need some comfort too. Amazing. Yeah, weighted blankets are fab. I do occasionally feel restricted and claustrophobic with a weighted blanket sometimes. And my solution to that is I just don't use it on my feet. I don't use a weighted blanket sort of beyond my knees, really, beyond my calves. But for representing yourself, thank you very much. I call this the ADHD side of the channel. Anik, I can't lost the ability to stim with a plushie. I'm sorry, so sad about that. Have you got like the small little squishmallows? You know, like the ones you get in McDonald's and whatnot. The small little baby squishmallows. They're pretty good. The shark stacker would be a good game. That's a sheep stacker. Helen, we could post you one. Oh, here's the thing, Helen. I don't know if one's gonna cut it. Oh, you mean the whale? Oh yeah, the whale. Yeah. I'm just. Okay, let me tell you what happened. Right, I was so tired and fed up by the time I got to the checkout. Okay. And I was delighted by the fact that I managed to get my filming done. And I'd found Blahaj ×2. And when I rang them up at the till, they came up as like, what would that be, like $7 or something? They were £5 or a bit less than £5, £4.50 or £5. And considering how long and how expensive it is to get to England and get to an IKEA and all this sort of stuff, I do wish I'd bought more. So I said to Nina, I've called this Blahaj. Oh no, you'll see. Let's just stop for a moment. I will post a plushie video and it will be nice. Okay. I have already posted a plushie video previously, and it's more about, well, kind of, I mean, I have this really old duck, and it's a plushie that was bought for me, one of 4 plushies. a duck, a mouse, a lion, and a monkey. But the duck and the mouse have been with me for a long, long time because I've kind of kept them. And I gave the mouse to my son, and my son's lost the mouse. Oh my goodness. But the duck I still have. And I just think it's like really, really strange how people think it's really, really odd to have like, you know, a teddy or a stuffed toy or some sort of comfort item, I suppose. Comfort item sounds like a fucking blankie that you're going to suck on or something. Not that that's a problem. Crack on. What I'm trying to say is some people in certain areas of the internet, or at least in culture, think that it's really, really weird that, you know, say, for example, a grown-ass man would have like his favorite stuffed toy or something. And I wonder, yeah, I still have the Peacock plushie, yeah. And I just think it's really, really weird how some people like just don't have that sort of joy in their lives. I just think that's weird, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying, like, my entry came in late and over budget, so I'm hoping for a third plushie video in the future. Marcy, I haven't edited yet. So yeah, if you have plushie contributions, you have to be in Discord to do it. There is a special channel for it, your plushie videos. Drop them in there and I'll try and use them. No promises, but my plan is to use them all. Like, so just, do you know what I mean? I will find a way. Your duck sounds like my sheep had on most of my life. Exactly, Barvinci. And it's worth, I mean, do you know what? I'm actually going to go grab the video. Because I'm waffling right now, but actually I think it's worth having a little watch. And I kind of got a bit inspired by this It's an Am I the Asshole post, and it's saying, you know, you're too old for plushies. And it just kind of made me think, like, what does that mean? What does it mean to be too old for plushies? You be too old for plushies? Like, seriously? Can you be too old for plushies? No, is the answer. Like, what is the age limit? Is it like, oh my God, it's the 18th birthday, we have to burn them all? Like, you cannot go through puberty if you have a plushie. Like, oh, no, don't talk man on the screen. Okay, that was me, sorry. Here you go. That's my plushie video, and it's worth a shot. Like, I mean, you can see my duck plushie. And yeah, that's next to my bedside and has been my entire life. Like, it just blows my mind. It absolutely boggles me, because to me, it's normal. Like, but like, it's just a stuffed toy. It's an item from my childhood. Like, what the hell? Yeah. And in fact, is another aspect for you is that my vibe is marine, and I've got my sea flap here. I've got a seal over here. Sea flap is like right here. My first 100 YouTube videos or so. Sorry, my chair is noisy. My first 100 YouTube videos or so, I did it filming looking at this. So, and in fact, my manta ray plushie comes with me on all my travels. This manta ray plushie is reasonably well traveled, by the way. Like, this manta ray has been in airplanes, it's been on boats, it's been everywhere. This manta ray plushie travels well. And it's like, this is what I talked to when I was making my YouTube videos to start with. I was talking to my manta ray. So I'll pop the manta ray on top of the camera and talk to the manta ray. That's a good tip, by the way. Bit of advice for you there. If you're ever like needing someone to talk to, you can talk to your plushie on your desk. This sounds ridiculous, but there's a concept in programming called rubber ducking. Okay? And this concept, by the way, for programmers, any software engineers out there will know what I'm talking about, is if you have like a little rubber duck on your desk, you can kind of like, if you're stuck on a programming problem, I guess you'd ask AI now, but like in the past, you would try and work out the problem, and by explaining it, you can solve the issue. Yeah, if you can explain the issue, you can solve the issue. And by explaining the issue to your rubber duck, it's called rubber ducking. You can Google it. It's not weird, I promise. The way I'm explaining it makes it sound rather odd, but it makes sense and it works. So yeah, as I was saying, so my bag is marine. So I've got a marine community, you know, I've got people I dive with and so on and so forth, people that love the sea. Most of them are neurodivergent, okay? And they all have like marine plushies or whatever. Like they will have them. They might have them on their desks or whatever. But it's not considered like weird. And And then I sort of like go out into the real world and it's considered fucking weird and childish. And it's like, what the hell, man? What's where's your joy? Where's your fucking joy? Nina is effectively my rubber duck. But I also talk to my manta ray. Where's your joy, man? Do what you need to do. Oh, Saber helps me solve so many programming problems. Saber is everything. He's a relationship and dating guru. He's a YouTube expert. He's yeah, Saber knows everything about everything. Especially men. Normalize adults to plushies in society. I agree with you. And I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. And there's this thing about has anyone seen the videos online on social media? They were maybe a few months ago now, of people going to, what's that really expensive plushie brand? Help me out, everyone. What's that super expensive plushie brand? Jellycat. Meg sent me this. So yeah, Jellycat. Jellycat is super expensive. Jellycat is like when plushies meet capitalism. No. Build-A-Bear's like Stife. Oh my goodness me. Stife is like super posh. No, hang on. Oh, Plushie Dreadfuls are super posh. Oh my goodness me. Right, hang on everyone. Stife Bears are way up there. Hang on, Stife Bears are for like insanely rich people. If you have a Stife Bear, you are just sell your Stife Bear and buy a house. That's my financial advice to you. Sell your Stife Bear and buy a house. If you if you have like Jellycat, then what's going on? There's loads of videos online about people going to like the Jellycat shop and buying like super expensive burgers and stuff. There's a lot of videos of guys doing it and kind of taking the piss a little bit. But honestly, the only thing that I find shocking is the price. It's literally the price. The price is like, holy shit. It's like I have zero feelings about the plushies. A marine plushie gets me here. But honestly, the price. Tabs is a Jellycat. It was a gift for my 9th birthday. Oh, wow. Charlie, that's so cool. Nina and I say that Trudy, the Chihuahua that you saw, looks a bit like a Stife Bear. Trudy looks like a Stife Bear. like Trudy legit looks like a Stife Bear, especially if she's got like a hat on or something. She looks like a Stife Bear. I think if I ever get like something like a Jellycat Hydra or something, or a Jellycat Saber, I think my life will be complete, and I'll be able to shuffle off this mortal coil with happiness. If I finally reach the point, because to me, getting a 4-slice toaster was like, oh my god, I've made it in life. And my new goal is a Jellycat Hydra or something. And I'd be like, wow, I'm on top of the world. So I don't know what the deal with Jellycat is, but yeah, thanks Meg. Very cool. And then obviously Nudibranchs, big one there, made by Yannicka. Little one from Australia. There's a cute little octopus there from Australia as well, right next to it. Little velvet octopus here. Stife, not stiff. Indeed. Weird is wonderful, normal sick. Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I just think like plushies, man. Like, right, Badger and Fox. I mean, Jellycats are expensive, but they're really soft. Yes, and I like the variety of animals. Yes. Is this the video where we can vent about people telling us we're jerks, not suddenly believing Tylenol? This is also every autism emergency in the world. It's fine. You can do that. Yeah, that's completely cool. Have you seen my video on the subject? Have a watch of it if you haven't. It's very short. I tried to keep it as short and sciencey as I could. By the way, I missed stuff. I missed stuff from the video. So I'll give you another one. So this B9 vitamin is, it's kind of, it's biomechanically kind of plausible, right? Like they have a mechanism. But when people talk, in fact, if I could explain, hey, have I got a captive audience here? Could I just like communicate an idea to you all for a second? When people talk about sort of curing autism, reversing autism, you know, handling autism traits, managing autism, whatever it is, okay, ADHD as well, same thing, right? What they're talking about usually relates to some trait, okay? And that trait can be something as very simple, on the simple end, as not sitting still. And that will be rated on a parental metric. So parents will get a quiz sheet, and every day they'll have to fill it in, and they'll have to rate whether or not their child can sit still during dinner time, let's say. And they'll rate them on ability of 1 to 5, where 1 is like can't sit still, 5 is like sits still like a rock, okay? And then what happens is, after trying some sort of intervention, and it can be ABA, all of the ABA things are done exactly like this, or it could be a drug or a vitamin or whatever, some supplement or whatnot. And even if it's placebo-controlled, right, which is great, even if it's double-blind placebo-controlled, fine, right? You still see that parents go, oh, little Timmy, well, he's had a tablet, and oh, look, he's sitting still. He might not be sitting still. The parents are filling in the fucking forms. And they'll go, oh, we did a 3 yesterday, and he looks like he's sitting still now, so 4. And the point... That then becomes kind of like a piece of work, which then goes out into, I don't know, usually an open access journal. It's an observational study of like, I don't know, 5 children observed over 2 weeks or something stupid like this. In fact, the study that's being used, by the way, was 48 children or 46 children, and they were observed over 12 weeks, and it was parental reports. Yes, it was double blind. Yes, it was placebo controlled, but it was just a classroom of children over 3 months, and parents filled in a little sheet to go whether or not they could, and that's used as a proxy for autistic behavior. And this is what really pisses me off, because people say, Jason, I was literally talking to Nina about you yesterday in a lovely way. I'm so glad to see you again. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the issue is that people, particularly, for example, like the scientists, they'll be looking at some trait, okay, some sort of trait, and it will be classed as like sitting still or inability to sit still, whatever. And then the parents will rate how their children did with that sitting still task or not, whatever. I don't know, because it's still lunch times, dinner times, whatever. That then goes forward as autism or as ADHD. And it's like, no. You can't sort of extrapolate from this one tiny little sliced little trait, which could be a result of anything. It could be piles, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I'm saying? It could be hemorrhoids. It could be a number of reasons why a child's not sitting still. There's like a whole load of reasons. Loads of E numbers in their food. I mean, my God. I mean, there's tons of reasons why a child doesn't sit still. Let's just get on with it. They might be super excited about what's on television, like whatever. I don't know. It's like loads of reasons. We can all think of reasons. You're all thinking of them now. But it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, that is one trait which can be associated with autism. Therefore, autism. Oh, and look, it's gone down when we applied this supplement. It's like, it's so flaky, I can't begin to tell you. I have no problem with studies like that folate one, right? I have no problem with it. But I sort of do have a problem with it now because they're being used in a really irresponsible way. I mean, look, I'm someone that thinks that Sacha Baron-Cohen shouldn't have referred to autism as extreme male brain, for example, with the systematizing, empathizing thing. He shouldn't have said extreme male brain. We know what he means by extreme male brain, but it doesn't sound like what he means by extreme male brain. What it sounds like is you have to be male to be autistic, and, you know, extreme males a la Sheldon Cooper, they are extreme male brain, they are autistic. That's not actually what he was saying. What he was just looking on a graph was that men tend to be better at systematizing and less good at empathizing. Women tend to be better at empathizing, less good at systematizing on his little scatter graph. Oh, and the autistic people tend to be better at systematizing, therefore, extreme male brain. I'm sorry, my brain, sorry. Simon Baron-Cohen, yeah. You're 100% right, Phil, sorry. I've had a really long day. My brain is kerfuddled. I've run out of available energies. We're in Rhodes, Jansen. I'm not jealous at all. No, I've been in the Isle of Man. Oh, I was in Birmingham, Jansen. Briefly. I went to IKEA. I got this. I hope you enjoyed Rhodes. I got this. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is academic paper clickbait. Yes. Exactly, Charlie. Yeah. And by the way, do feel free to correct me in the chat if I say something wrong. I'm not sensitive about that. Please do. And I am going to make typos, verbal typos from time to time. I tend to pick them up when I'm making my videos, and I'll tend to edit. But yeah, it's just weird academic literature clickbait, and if we're now going to use some shit study, an observational study from ages ago, which is very weak standard of evidence, and we're going to use it, as evidence that we have a way of resolving autism with this little pill, which can be prescribed by my mate's pharmaceutical company, then we do have a societal problem. And I'm trying not to be political, but in some respects, I don't care about the politics of the people saying this. My channel is about autism and ADHD, neurodiversity more generally. Oh yeah, I forgot to fucking say, the paper on the paper on 1 second. We don't have to do it like this. I got my notes. we can just go. We could just do it this way. Okay, we could be correct, or we could just work off of my brain, which is broken. Oh, I've got some good videos coming up. I'm serious, by the way. Autism Speaks, coming back for you. Start your photocopiers, Autism Speaks. Right, sorry, give me a sec. There's something wrong with my brain. Why is everything in the wrong place? Oh man. sorry, you're just watching me typing into my database. I'm just like, okay, I've got it. I forgot to mark the status as published and put the URL in. That's why I couldn't find it in my database. I have to adjust my query. Yeah, there we go. Tylenol. Okay. The Tylenol paper. All right. I shit you not. You guys need to go dig it up. It's from the 14th of August. It's called Evaluation of the Evidence on Acetaminophen Use and Neurodevelopmental Disorders using the Navigation Guide Methodology. And I just want to quickly say, all right, neurodifferent.
And you were neurodifferent. Neurodeficit, and you were neurodifferent.
Right, that's enough of that. What I'm trying to say is, this blows my fucking mind, okay? The Tylenol paper, I shit you not, they looked at 46 papers on acetaminophen, okay, up to February 2025, okay? And they rated them based on gut feeling. They rated them based... Wait a second. It's mostly observational studies, yes. Hang on, let me just pull it up here. Risk of bias. Okay, they scored it based on risk of bias, and they scored it on expert opinion scores. The Tylenol paper, okay, right, which has caused this bullshit in the White House, rated 46 papers. It wasn't a fresh meta-analysis. Let me just get that clear. They didn't do any analysis. They read 46 papers, and they rated them based on risk of bias on what, right? They scored it. And expert opinion scores. I shit you not. You can go dig up the paper. I should have put it in my references list. There are 3 papers I used, or 3 papers they used. 2 papers they used, 1 paper I used. And they rated the Swedish sibling study of like nearly 2.5 million births as being biased. They're just downplaying it. I shit you not. We should go through it together at some point, or you should just have a little look at it. But they literally rated it, I shit you not, on what they call risk of bias and expert opinion. It's just like, oh, okay. Is that how we do science now? Vibes. We do it based on vibes. We do our science now based on vibes. So it's like, no, I'm serious. That is how it's done. They used an environmental health a framework, okay, which is fair enough. All right, do your environmental health framework. Was that a chat? It was a super chat. Thank you so much, Eagle Rider. You didn't have to. I'll read your super chat shortly. They literally, right? They literally. I can't. Sorry, I'm saying it so much. It blows my mind. They've literally gone on vibes. And speaking of which, okay, so this Tylenol study, right? Yeah. It does include the Swedish study, which shows, by the way, that when paracetamol is taken, according to prescription, according to the label on the box, right, you can self-medicate, it's fine. No link with autism or ADHD. In fact, paracetamol is the safest pain reliever for use in pregnancy. Okay? Very safe. Safe for babies as well. Again, according... I'll go check the oracles based on vibes. Or it's just, are we going to get raptured? Isn't it adorable how we all thought p-hacking was the big danger in science? Yeah, Anne-Marie. No, this one... Right, look, I'm not even going to go... I am going to get back to this. Look, I promise you, I'm not going to drop this because it's outrageously funny. I just think it's funny. Is it not funny? They went with... No. They did the science, okay? Well, they did the environmental health framework, I guess. I mean, all right, fair enough. Okay, well, at least they're using a framework or whatever, right? At least they're using something to try and take the subjectivity out. Then they take their 46 papers on this topic, okay, including the Swedish study, which is recent, and 2.5 million births. Just saying. 250,000 babies, which we know are being quote-unquote exposed to acetaminophen. No autism, no ADHD traits. Just saying. Just saying. But all right, fine. Fine. And then they scored them based on risk of bias, which they scored that one quite high. And expert opinion. Oh, I forgot to mention about expert opinion. Expert opinion, author of the paper. Now I haven't done my little, I haven't checked. There wasn't time. I haven't checked, but I wonder if the author of that paper is linked with the litigation against Johnson & Johnson and other pharmaceutical companies. And hell, I'm not saying pharmaceutical companies are good guys. I'm just trying to say they just are. Okay, capitalism. I'm just saying, but they are. They exist. I'm just trying to be a bit neutral. I'm beginning to feel sorry for the makers of Tylenol now. But honestly, what the hell? Literally basing it on risk bias. Just like, what? Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So risk of bias is defined as what we think is biased. You guys can never figure it out. None of you will ever be able to figure it out because they haven't explained how they figure it out. They just pull the number out of their ass. look, they can do that if they want to. So I'm going to quickly just outline something and just say, look, if they want to do that, if they want to create a weighting, you know, multiply by 0, it becomes 0, etc. Multiply by 1, it doesn't change. You know, blah, blah, blah. They can create a sort of like a weighting number to kind of apply to everything, you know, and go, oh, that one, we like that one more, we don't like that one. All right, fine. But if they don't say how they're weighting it with some objective measures, then no one else can reproduce it. It's just their opinion. It's a blog. It's worth no more than someone's opinion online. It's worth no more than my opinion if I were to just say something random like, I don't know, I like Yorkshire tea, even though they don't sponsor me. I don't have, I'm just saying, like, you know, I think Yorkshire tea is nicer than Tetley tea. Just personal preference. I don't know. My weighting. It's just, I went to Weatherspoons with Nina today, and I brought my own tea for because they had Twinings, and Twinings is not that nice, and they leave it out on the counter all open and everything to the air. So I brought a Yorkshire tea bag for her tea, and that's a personal preference. But I'm not going to weight Twinings as lower than Yorkshire tea. I am, but I'm not going to say it's science, even am I. I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's my bias, but like, it's not. But it's a preference. It's my personal preference. All right, fine. Drink the tea you like. Don't drink the tea you don't like so much. That's where it should be. Yorkshire tea should sponsor me. I'm not even joking. It's one of the things I have to budget for because I drink a lot of tea. I need a mic, someone who carries Yorkshire tea to join me on outings. Charlie, yes, I carry Yorkshire tea. This isn't the bag I used, but I probably have tea in it. I do. Here you go. Would you like some tea? Here you go, Charlie. This is not even my main bag. It's not. I don't even need the money, really. I just want the tea. I'm sorry, Sea Dragon. I'm going to post this to you. I haven't been to the post office yet. I'm really sorry. I will. It hasn't left my desk. It will leave my desk and I will post it to you. I promise it will happen. You just have to wait a bit. This is very easy. We can really figure this out together. But it's just like my own personal preference. It's just, you know. Also, by the way, I did a What's in My Bag video where I explain this in a bit more detail and I'm a bit more coherent, which is worth a watch if you want. Spoony Tunes, could you speak on leucovorin? I don't think I said that right, the medicine they're promoting. It does have use in cancer treatment, but only with respect to alleviating some of the side effects of chemotherapy. So it actually does do that. Now, the annoying thing with, I'm going to say vitamin B9 because that's what it is, and it's easy for me to say. Okay, there is a biomechanical link. There is. But not like to autism. To cognitive function. And I don't like the way that autism is often expressed as some sort of neurotypical that's brain damaged. So in a lot of reporting online, I've seen it from Australian press. Actually, there's an Australian, someone might know this. Is Australian Sky TV like super, like Fox News? Because I watched one of their reports on this. And they were very much like basically talking about autism, like autistic people are basically just neurotypicals of brain damage. It's like everybody's been involved in like a really horrific automobile accident. And that's why the way you are. Now you need to do this thing. And it's like, okay. If we're going to define autism as having some sort of cognitive impairment from a vitamin deficiency, and we want to top that vitamin up, and it helps, therefore problem resolved. Right? Do you want me to say any more on it? The paper they're using, I have it right here, folinic acid study 2016. I copied a little section from it. I'm going to quote from the paper itself. It says, quote, "In this small trial of children with non-syndromic ASD and language impairment, treatment with high-dose folinic acid for 12 weeks resulted in improvement in measures of verbal communication as compared with placebo." Ashley, you're a star. Thank you. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah, okay, thank you. These findings should be considered preliminary until treatment is assessed in large multi-center studies with longer duration. It was funded by Autism Speaks. It was funded by the Autism Research Institute. Those are the Defeat Autism Now people. The good bits, I mean, it was randomized and it was double-blind placebo-controlled. It targeted a specific biologically plausible mechanism. I am not an expert in this area, okay? But I'm going to say it's biologically plausible. They're like, look, this is the mechanism of action. This is the thing that's blocked. It's caused by this gene that a lot of autistic people tend to have. Therefore, and by the way, no, there is no blood test. There is no gene for autism. I'm just saying, okay, it's just like, hey, we think this is the cause. By the way, if people are deficient in this B vitamin, they tend to have language impairment. We top them up. They get a bit better. All right, fine. What's it got to do with autism? An autistic person is not a neurotypical with brain damage. Limitations. These are my notes. Small sample size. 48 people. 48 kids. Okay? In fact, they didn't use them all. I'm going to say this as well. Quite a lot of the kids, by the way, were not included. 48 was the final total. I think they started with a bit more than that. 12 weeks. A 12-week study. Observational study. They focused only on language. Okay? Only on language. No replication studies. A nice, easy work for a researcher, by the way. You just do it again. See if you get the same result. And the outcomes are confounded. They are all parent-reported. This is all parent-reported stuff. The parents report whether or not the child improved or not. There you go. I mean, is there any more to say? The study is called... one second. Folinic acid improves verbal communication in children with... Give me a sec. I'm not easily set up to share my screen at the moment. But it's called Folinic Acid Improves Verbal Communication in Children with Autism and Language Impairment, a randomized double-blind placebo-controlled trial. It's not a great study, but they know it's not a great study. In fact, what did they conclude? In this small trial of children with non-syndromic ASD and language impairment, treatment with high-dose folinic acid for 12 weeks resulted in improvement in measures of verbal communication as compared with placebo, as reported by parents. I'm added that. As reported by parents. Hopeful parents. Recruited from the Autism Speaks Brigade. An Autism Research Institute Brigade. Okay? I want to just quickly help you here. The sorts of parents that are in this sort of study. It's the ones with the t-shirts and the... sorry. The colourful puzzle pieces. The one who mourn their children. The ones who make the story of autism about themselves. The ones that film their children and post them on TikTok. I'm sorry, that is the crowd that's recruited from the organizations that with those culture. I'm just saying. From the same culture that sells a fuck ton of supplements, full stop, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And look, for balance, I take supplements. I'll take a multivitamin. Or if it's a day when I'm using Huel, I don't bother. But if I'm not sort of eating well or drinking well or whatever, I will take a multivitamin and top up. I want to make sure my little micros are okay. Let's not call it magic. Most of it is in excess to what my body needs, and I'm going to pee it all out. but it will cover any deficiency, little gaps. Still autistic. The study says these findings should be considered preliminary until treatment is assessed in larger multi-center studies with longer duration. Hasn't been. Now, I don't know that it hasn't been because people have tried and failed. I don't know that that's the cause. Maybe people have gone, fuck that, I can't be bothered with that, sounds boring, sounds implausible. I don't know that I would look at a study like this and think, oh, this looks like a good one to try and reproduce. Could I find more than 48 autistic children? I think I could. I think I could find more than 48 autistic children to take a supplement. I reckon I could. Why have they got such a tiny little sample size? So they started with 156, which they pre-screened. They excluded 97, 7 for prematurity, 1 for liver or kidney disease, 6 for having no language impairment, 54 because they had, quote, and I quote, self-abusive behavior or moderate to severe irritability. That's a really, really interesting non-technical language there. Self-abusive behavior. That could be anything from, I suppose, inappropriate masturbation to self-injurious behavior. They're different things. Or moderate to severe irritability. Okay. 59 screened for language impairment, 11 excluded, 1 because of hearing, and 10 because they weren't language impaired, and that left them with only 48. 25 were randomized to receive a placebo, 1 was withdrawn at week 3. 23 were randomized to receive high-dose folinic acid, 2 didn't pick up the intervention, 1 was lost at week 5, family emergency, 1 left at week 7 because they wanted to do other treatment options. So they ended up with only 23 receiving the folinic acid. 23 kids. And because 23 fucking children had parents that went, yeah, I think they're doing a bit better today. I don't appreciate being king-shamed. No, you're not being king-shamed. I think the numbers here are tiny, by the way. They used ADOS to see if they were autistic or not. They used the ADIR as well. It's not that interesting. It really isn't. The size numbers are tiny. It's, oh, by the way, the effect they found is mild as well. Like, it's like, yeah. It's just like, I just think it's weird that you end up, you know, you've got kids in there. They even get pulled out of the testing group by their parents because they want to try other types of treatment. They want to do other tests on their kids. And I just think the parents really want their kids to be cured. All right? The parents really want the kids to be cured. They really want the kids to have interventions to make them not autistic. It's just like they really desperately want it. I think that explains what the small difference that they found, the small quote-unquote improvement that they found. I think that explains it. I mean, we can look through the paper together. It's very small paper. It's not that interesting. It's not that interesting. Sorry if you've just tuned in. The Blaharges will be explained in a video coming up soon. You would have seen the video by now if it wasn't for all of the nonsense. You've tuned in. I'm just reading. I'm just reading. But I've read it already anyway. I mean, the thing for me is, once they started quoting these studies, they didn't quote them directly, by the way. Just a little disclaimer. They quoted enough. They gave some clues, which is how I've reverse engineered which studies they've used, because they didn't actually state. I think it was a meow. I think it was a hiss. The study's terrible. The study was approved by the International Review Board for the University of Arkansas. Parents of participants provided written informed consent. Okay. It's not interesting, really. Parents were asked to deliver baseline questionnaires to teachers or therapists. Parents were asked to bring completed teacher and parent 12-week questionnaires to final assessments. Other questionnaires are returned in a pre-addressed, postage-paid envelope. Folinic acid, calcium salt. Leucovorin, calcium. 2 milligram per kilo per day. Maximum 50 milligram per day. Dye-free, milk product-free, vegetarian capsules in 3 strengths. Pharmacy provided it. Certificate analysis for each one was done. Blah, blah, blah. All of that shit. They did that, okay. I mean, you know, you couldn't expect them to do more. Parents were asked about missed doses and returned pill containers were examined for adherence, which was calculated by the research pharmacy. Yeah. Do you want to hear something fun? Do you want to hear something fun? Primary outcome. I'm going to read this. Okay? I'm going to read this. All right? Verbal communication was the primary outcome for several reasons. First, verbal communication improved in preliminary folinic acid treatment studies. Second, verbal communication in children with ASD is closely linked to parental quality of life. I just think that's quite funny. Sorry, I missed that before. I must have just overlooked this. I just think that's quite funny. It's like, God damn it. Sort this little fucker out. He's ruining my life. Third, and only third, the development of language and communication skills is associated with favorable outcomes. I just think this is bullshit. This is so fucking funny. I mean, just like, what the fuck, man? Look, it's just an aside, right? But obviously the more that the autistic person can do to improve, it helps them as well. But fuck off, you know. Most important thing is that it just improves the parents' quality of life. Sorry, I missed that on my first read through. But parent reporting, if you see a study, okay, and it's talking about parent reported outcomes, which, by the way, for children, they nearly all are. They nearly all are parent reported studies, observational studies. This is why it's bullshit. When you look at, for example, the sibling analysis with acetaminophen and Sweden and 2.5, not quite 2.5 million, but nearly 2.5 million samples. 2.48, 2.49, something on that sort of order, million samples. And looking at, for example, autism diagnoses in the was exposed to acetaminophen, was not exposed to acetaminophen. And 250,000 of those, they know from medical records, were exposed to acetaminophen in utero and as young children, or young children. And there is no difference. It doesn't matter. Did language improve because the kids learned to say Tylenol during the study? No, this is not the Tylenol study. This one is the the vitamin B9 study. I was going to do sorry, mate. I'm actually losing my voice a little. I'll be okay. I just need to drink more tea. That's the solution to most of my problems. In fact, by the way, tea might be. In fact, hang on a second here. Tea, everybody. You all need to drink tea. I need all of you to drink tea. Okay? It'll help with your autism. Fuck me. Just fuck me. I mean, I feel I've done the science debunking content now for a little bit. I'll do a tea pause in a short bit, but I've done quite a bit of science debunking content in this area now for a while, a couple of years, and I'm starting to see patterns. Okay, this might even be related specifically to. I might even make a YouTube video about it, actually. How to spot issues with autism research. That might even be a video. How to spot issues with autism research. Parent-reported studies. Tylenol. Oh my god. This is Tylenol. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the super. Eagle Rider, send all support you can to autistic people in the USA. Indeed. 100 billion%, especially minorities, women. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for Super Chat. You didn't have to. And thank you. It actually helps me. And yeah, absolutely. Massively. I overlooked the women angle. I noticed it in Discord, by the way. We had in Discord, there was in the politics channel. It's an opt-in channel. The Discord is actually pretty much politics free. It's not like instant timeout if you talk about politics, whatever, but like, you know, try and avoid it. But we have a politics channel for talking about politics. Respectfully, same rules, but just it's about politics, right? And that politics channel was really interesting in the run up to the start of the conference. And I hadn't considered the women angle. I actually thought, no, this isn't about women. This is about autism. Actually, it's not. It's actually kind of about women. This is actually, obviously it was caffeinated. Okay, Leah. It's actually about women. It's actually about women. It's actually about don't take Tylenol, don't take Tylenol, don't take Tylenol. What the hell? It's literally, trouble is, their quotes about to become a narrative again, no facts, just sound bites. Yeah. I saw on the Discord, it's about women. And it's like, and I'm thinking in my head, not that I'm disagreeing with you guys, I'm just like, oh, that's an interesting angle. I hadn't considered that. It's telling women they're at fault. It is. It's literally, it's specifically aimed at women. It's like, it is literally like a women's issue, but like, it blows my mind. It just absolutely blows my mind. It could be about men, but they made that choice. No, I mean, no, it's about women. It's definitely about women, making women feel guilty for taking Tylenol during pregnancy. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being, say, third trimester and you're at a pharmacist and you're asking for sort of pain relief? Could you imagine being a woman in America doing that? Very difficult. I mean, you know, could you imagine even being like difficult relationship sort of dynamics? You've got a man saying, no, you shouldn't be taking that. That's bad for the baby. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that situation? I think that's pretty fucking awful. I hadn't even really clocked it. But it really is. It definitely is a women's issue. Wholeheartedly. I just went into it thinking just purely in terms of the papers, like what papers are they going to cite? Do I know what they're talking about? Have I read them? Have I noted them and like marked them up? Have I read them? Have I made a YouTube video already about them? These are the questions going on in my head, which I know is my bias, but that's what's going on in my brain. And then some of you folks are like, women again. Like, what do they think? I'm like, what the hell? Is it really? Is it really women again? Oh yeah, actually it really fucking is. Good shout. You were right. You know who you are. Is your kid autistic? Yeah, it's your fault for taking medication. Yeah. Did you take this stuff? All right. You should be you. It's bizarre to me. I don't get it. Well, there's autism mums who want a cure for their failures. Yeah. But if there is a flip side of this, there does appear to be a little bit of difference regarding the reporting in other countries. Ashley, you commented about what the news was saying in Canada. And if I may, I'm just going to paraphrase your comment, which is super interesting, in which it had a couple of autism moms, Canadian autism moms, giving their thoughts. One had a child with high support needs, saying that they didn't want to be blamed for having caused the autism themselves. I think I did that right. I think I said that right. I thought it was quite an interesting way of doing it. I think you might find your medication in the US, at least regarding paracetamol, acetaminophen, Tylenol, is marked up as the present administration believes that this might cause autism in newborns, but the science doesn't say it does. You've got that issue as well. Also, with respect to things like the autism treatment, the B9, I don't want to say it's not harmful, because I don't know, but it's not the worst thing I've heard. Not that it is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not advocating for it. I'm just... At least you have to go through a medical doctor in order to have it prescribed. And they probably won't prescribe it because there's no basis for it. there's like no evidence. So that might be helpful. From a political comfort perspective, because some of you might want some political comfort, Trump did talk about the end of his term, and he did talk about 3 years' time. And I did note that several times during the conference. So none of this kind of like permanent dictator stuff. Okay, so that was a comfort, right, from a political perspective for some of you. But with respect to the papers, I just wanted to get something out that could at least prime some of you with what the hell they were talking about. Thanks, Destiny. Yeah, Leslie, I don't know what they're actually going to say regarding prescription guidelines. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be 50 milligrams a day per kilo or whatever. So quite a lot, actually. It wasn't that. It was less than that. It was maximum 50 milligrams a day, 2 milligrams per kilo. Is the tested intervention. But that doesn't mean that's what they're going to propose. They could say whatever shit. Did you say 3? No, I said 3 years. 2 terms, is what I said. How about no more epidurals while giving birth? Yeah, indeed. The other thing being mentioned too, which is probably worth a mention, is this new database, which I will sort of briefly mention. Now, there are a lot of autism datasets out there. There's a new autism dataset. It's not the autism registry. We don't know what it is, actually. It's the NIH has the Autism Data Science Initiative. It's nearly ASDA. It's ADSI, Autism Data Science Initiative. We're all dicks. Suck it. Some buzzwords were mentioned. With, machine learning, the data sets, blah. It doesn't appear to be anything at this point. There's so many data sets already, by the way, just in case you didn't know. There are countless data sets with funny acronyms. One of my previous videos, I covered a bunch of them. I'm not saying it's anonymized and managed or whatever. I'm making no claims about it. But it's not an autism registry is what it isn't. And cherry picking from it to produce more bogus studies is the order of the day. That's what's gonna happen. That's my hot take. It's not actually very hot. It's a take about as hot as a cold cup of tea on a winter's day. Okay. But basically they'll just cherry pick through it. It'll have all of the Medicare data in it, and they'll just parse through it. I note that RFK's mates, who often post, I'm going to say fraudulent papers, but that's me saying it. Is it bogus papers, low quality papers, nonsense papers? There's a weird children's health defense blog, which is kind of like RFK's kind of background, right? It's about as hot as a service station chip from Little Chef. Only some of us will get that, Johnson. And it's Layla, have a little look at the first 20 minutes of the stream. No politics, just cats. Alternative papers. Yeah, let's call them alternative papers. One of those was used in a bogus study last year, and they couldn't gain access to the Medicaid data set. They had access briefly, and it was terminated for unknown reasons, which they had to mention in the paper. They were surprised. They had their access revoked. I suspect the main issue is relating to that sort of a problem, where bogus researchers can maybe now get access to, for example, Medicare data, whereas they couldn't easily before. That's what I'm trying to say. So let in more of the kooks, the anti-vaxxers. Get them the data so they can pass through it. That's what I'm saying. I don't think HIPAA is going to be an issue for them. Autistic FM, no politics, all cats, all day. Two-minute break. See you on the other side. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Wadoosh. Adverts might play. Don't worry about it. Just hold on. You won't missing out on anything. Let's go for...
I like rusty spoons.
Not that one. Yeah, this'll do. Don't go anywhere. Unless you're going to grab a Tylenol.
Simmer down, settle back and You'll see the whole deal through today. I've got better things to do. Okay, to lead a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
Hey friends. She is saying be the cat in the sun, yeah. Okay, I don't think I can do this on YouTube. I'm sure some of you can hear my voice going. I'm about to take my autism. little packet of autisms.
Stretch out, lean back, feel the cat.
And a bag of prawn crackers. I've taken my Advil and also my Acetaminophen, or as Trump calls it, Acetaminophen. Okay, it's a vegan prawn cracker. I just want to eat one. Okay. All right. Where did the other people go? Did they go, fuck this, I'm not hanging around for 2 minutes. Entertain me, dancing autism monkey. Is that what happened? Did they leave? Okay, welcome everyone. Okay. Did they leave? Were they like, fuck this? Where's the dancing autism monkey? Canvas, welcome. Congratulations on joining your first ever stream. So it's kind of like a YouTube video, except this is ADHD instead of autism. And yeah, they're not all like this. As you see, your behavior changed in comparison to before your break. I think the break made you ADHD. Yeah. I feel a bit seen because I've been petting his cuddle butt every time I saw him. Aww. I don't feel good about it. Oh, that's so funny. He literally didn't mispronounce autism that I heard, but he did use a dolphin in the bingo square. Oh yeah, the bingo square. Did anyone get a bingo from that thing? Could be a time thing. I considered leaving to try to sleep, but didn't. Oh, Badger, you do need to make sure that you have the sleep as well. It's important. I had to top up some warm tea. You went to get their Tylenol. Where's Saber? Actually, that's a really good question. So Nina has a fire on, and consequently, that just attracts all of the cats. I will go and acquire a cat. Okay, hang on. Actually, I'll throw it out to the audience. Actually, I'll throw it out to everyone. Let's do a quick poll. There you go. You guys can make a choice. Do you want me to disturb the cats or not? Maybe this has already been discussed, but is anyone outside the US, that'd be me, say acetaminophen, or is it paracetamol? No, we all say paracetamol. None of us say acetaminophen. Honestly, I do genuinely mean that. We're all like, yeah, acetaminophen. Yeah, no, we don't. It's paracetamol. And ibuprofen. Yeah. I've never heard acetaminophen mentioned. I even worked for the NHS for a few years. Never in my life. And like, acetaminophen is only something I heard of since starting my YouTube channel. This is genuinely the case. Acetaminophen is like related to autism in my brain because I've never heard of it in any other context. Okay, I'll end the poll. You do not wish for me to disturb the cats, but that is why they're not here. They're in front of the fire. They're literally just like blissed out. I've got cat toys as well. They are blissed. They've had their food and they are blissed. The cats can come in, but they are literally like 100%. I think this is the first fire of the year as well. Like, we haven't had a fire on for ages. Like, there's an actual fire on with cats. I might even go and do the after party from the fireplace because it's kind of cozy. Let them enjoy it. Cat cam. Yeah, we could do a cat cam. I love winter. I don't know. I don't know what season I like. I'm morning summer. I don't feel like I've had enough time to just be outside when I'm not cold and, you know, wet and damp and windy. I kind of like, I want to be, I'm not ready. I'm in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm on the Isle of Man, which is a little island in the middle of the Irish Sea. And I'm not ready for the winter yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Summer by so fast. Yeah. So we had a hot day today. We had a lovely, warm, sunny day today, but then nighttime comes and it's cold. That's how we know it's like autumn. Like it's properly cold. I feel like I'm being cured. I need more Tylenol. It's an emergency. You try being albino and mourning the summer and sun. You guys have more summer sun than we do. Like, so summer sun here is like, I mean, we did hit 30 degrees Celsius this summer. We did. But realistically, a hot summer's day is like 24, 23, 22 even is like a warm summer's day on the Isle of Man. So it's like, we are not like proper 29C yesterday. Wowzers. Yeah, that's way hot. Like, we don't really get that. We have had it a bit this year. We have had a few heat waves. It has hit us. But it hasn't been as hot as England. I like the autumn here in Oregon. Yeah, I'd love to see the Oregon autumn. Or the Pacific Northwest. Vancouver. British Columbia. I would love to visit so much. I really would. See the cougars. That's the feline cougars, not the human female cougars. I don't even know why they got that name. But like, yeah, I'd love to see big cats. Yeah, I'd love to see big cats. The hottest place I've ever been was Palm Springs in California. Or is it Nevada? I don't know. Anyway, that was hot. That was impressively hot. That was literally like having a hair dryer on my face, like with the heat on. Oh, it was unpleasant. I was filling up a rental car with petrol, or gas as you guys would call it, even though it's a liquid. I was filling it up with gas. Okay. Petrol. And I thought the petrol would catch fire, honestly. It was so hot. I thought the petrol is gonna be hot. Palm Springs is very hot. Yeah. I ran into the, like, I don't know if it was a tourist booth or there was some building and it had aircon and I just ran into it. Oh my goodness, and there were signs saying to turn your aircon off or something because of the dust. Yeah. Sat on a runway for an hour in Venezuela felt like another. I hate that kind of experience. That's meltdown inducing for me. Potentially. I grew up in a high altitude mountains. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. Gas short for gasoline. Do you know what? Do you know what, Billy's Craft Room? That is the very first time in my life I have seen that explanation, and it kind of makes sense. I'm sorry I'm going to pin that for a bit. Okay. That is literally, just in case there's any Brits or anyone else in my position. I didn't realise gas was short for gasoline. I just thought you called it gas because you're confused. I'm so sorry. That makes sense now. Now I feel like we've had an exchange of information. I now feel enlightened. I have now learned. Yeah, you call it Benz for benzene. I guess you call propane pro or prop. You call it prop, right? If you get a tank of propane, king of the hill type thing, you call it prop. Do you? Or pro? What do you... Cultural exchange. I say fuel, it's easier. Yeah. Yeah, me too. What do you call... Okay, propane's propane. So propane's propane, but gasoline is gas. Okay. I didn't know when I learned that, but I definitely knew gas is short for gasoline. I have no idea. It's just gas. Your gas pedal. So why do you call it the gas... Why do you call the gas pedal in a car? What? It's not. It is the accelerator pedal. It is not the gas pedal. Was it referred to as the gasoline pedal? Is that actually legitimately Americans? Please, I need you. This is a call to action for my American friends. The gas pedal is it makes the car consume more gas. Gas pedal inject gas into the engine. No. Do you ever refer to it as the gasoline pedal? Why do you guys call nitrous oxide gas and air? That's funny. Yeah. We do, yeah. Does it hit the gas? Yeah, hit the gas, yeah. We call gas LPG for liquid petroleum gas. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So our gas is LPG. Yeah. Which is different to natural gas. But they're both gases. Unlike gasoline, which is not a gas. I'm just... In Germany, we call it the gas pedal, but the liquid in the tank is called benzene, not gas. Yeah. The gas pedal is short for gasoline. Yeah, that's exactly it. Hence the pinned comment. No idea. Benzene or gas, yeah. I remember benzene, gas, yes. Lag is cruel. I've been stuck in the Stone Age with that Tylenol belief. And natural gases and farts. Yes, exactly. No place on earth has some really stupid colloquial phrases and terms. It's not stupid. I just had no idea that gas equals gasoline. I had no idea. I thought you were like, oh, it's gas because gas pedal. I knew about gas pedal and I knew that you called it gas. I know why. I knew that you did. I didn't know why. Don't get me started on talking about electric cars. It's a super interest of mine. I can go. I could do an electric car stream and talk to you about electric transportation and the national grid. Grid scale infrastructure. Back to autism. I think you guys would just unsubscribe if I posted a video. Is it battery pedal? No, it's like, I guess you could call it the gas pedal, or you could call it like accelerator pedal or go pedal, I guess. Like gas is not like related to gas because, okay, just one quick question. Could you please just tell me, right? Please. Is it called the gasoline pedal? Does anyone ever say gasoline pedal? Gas pedal, yes, but is it the gasoline pedal? Is it the gasoline pedal? It's not the gasoline pedal. No, not a gasoline pedal. No, okay. But it's a gas pedal, but it's not a gasoline pedal. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I actually feel enlightened. I actually feel. Although Vaseline is always Vaseline and never Vas. Yeah. Okay, that's a new pinned comment. I have to be a bit careful with this because it's right next to the ban button. If anyone ever gets banned and you happen to be on the Discord, let me know. Apologies in advance. It's like literally right. Oh, that's a stupid UI design, by the way. Saved you from one of the 3 a.m. WTFs. Yes, you did. Exactly. Okay, that's funny. So, and no pro. Okay. You may not realize this. What are you doing with the Vaseline? Then, like, it's like, okay. Can you check who's banned? Possibly. Yeah, possibly can. I don't think I ever have. I hope I haven't accidentally banned someone. I don't even know what it means to be banned. Hey, interesting, fascinating. Cigarettes are called cigs, yeah, or we call them fags. So like, we got. I know fag is a different thing, like yeah, US, UK, whatever. But yeah, we do. Fag is a cigarette, or a weird lump of meat in gravy. Vegan here, although I have had faggots in gravy. Am I gonna get cancelled? No. If I get cancelled, I hope it's in a genuinely the word beginning with I, intentional thing, not like a difference between. This is wild to be here as someone from the US, yeah. So it's not. Castlewall was in kitty jail once on Discord. That's funny. Careful with the word YouTube, the email says a lot of my British friends for it. Yeah, you're not kidding. I accidentally used the word KILL in my video, but talking about LD50 as part of. It's not a problem. I didn't get picked up on it. But yeah, it is a sort of thing where you have to be a bit careful on YouTube for sure. But it's Craft Room, Autistic F. Can you help me with the It's Raining Cats and Dogs? I mean, coming down like steroids, I get that one. I've never heard of coming down like steroids. Rain comes down in straight lines. Oh, yeah, okay. No, I can't help you with it. I actually genuinely do not know. I don't know. It's Raining Cats and Dogs never made any sense to me at all. As any sort of etymology or any sort of like, I don't. Why are British words sometimes so crude? Marcy, I'm so distracted right now, but every bit of this word is delightful. The raindrops are as big as cats and dogs. Maybe. There's some YouTube channel where a guy explains all the idioms. Nice. I can sense your eyes. Huh. Yeah, I mean, oh, gosh. We've got a book of idioms. Nina found it. I don't know if it was eBay or Vinted or something like that, but we've got this. We're a charity shop, I guess, but like we've got this really old book of like idioms. And they're really interesting to read, like purely from a historical perspective. Often Nina and I will surprise each other with by sharing an idiom that we've learned the reason behind. I can't remember what the last one is. Yo, Nina. Last thing. She can't even remember that we had a conversation about it. Basically, that's we did. I promise. We had a conversation about idioms. She told me about this idiom, and it was like, oh, that's why it means that. Sorry, I can't even tell you what it's about. This is the sort of thing that would normally get edited. There was a channel. They did reprimands from the 70s and 80s. Mum used to say to me, don't come running to me when you break your legs falling off like that. Oh, don't sit so close to the television. Your eyes will become square. You'll go blind or something, or you'll go short-sighted or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Don't pull a face, because if the wind changes, your face will be stuck like that. Don't ask me to explain these things. They make no sense to me now. They didn't back then. They still don't. I don't even know. It's a UK bizarre idiom. Like, it's just... don't leave all of the lights on. It's like Blackpool Illuminations in here. Blackpool Illuminations is like Los Angeles. Accelerator, not gas pedal driving. Hyperfocus, crazy. Accelerator, not gas pedal driving. Yeah. Getting hold of the wrong end of the stick related to printing. When people put letters onto a stick before loading onto the printing press. Oh, is that what the wrong end of the stick means? There you go. If you put them in the wrong order, you get garbage. You got the wrong end of the stick. Billy's Craft Room. I can't give you a like for that. I can only like super chats. But yeah, I'll give you a like for that. Thank you very much. That's excellent. I had no idea what wrong end of the stick meant. I had no idea. We sort of like branched out from idioms into insults. You know, sort of like parental, not insults, like admonishments. I thought a free house meant you got your drink and food for free. I thought very similarly to you. I actually thought a free house actually meant that it was like free to use as a house. You know, I knew that you had to like buy the food and drink and stuff, but like I didn't realize it kind of didn't really mean, I mean, maybe it did mean something in the past. I thought getting hold of the wrong end of the stick was a reference to old Roman toilets where they used the sponge on the end of the stick to wipe. Hello, Saber. Hi. Come here. This, everybody, is Sabes. This is Uncle Sabes. He is very wise. He is my familiar. I read the wiki on raining cats and dogs and regretted it. Oh, okay. Maybe I don't want to know. Oh, this is Dotty. Come here. Stop. One of Hydra's kittens, everybody. This is Dotty. She's very big. Say hi. If you're going to swear, swear at all of the people. Not going to swear? Sorry, my chair needs oiling. Did the fire go out? It probably did. Yes. The fire went out. The cats are coming in. She sounds like Salem. Helen. I need to hear Salem. Do a little recording and stick it on Discord. Chair fart. No, it's just like very old. This chair is super old. I got it from a business that was going out of business. She can't have her heat. She's been spayed. I thought wrong end of the stick was about sticks. My next heat source. If you haven't heard it yet, by the way, Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Hey Google, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Hey Siri, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. Did I get anyone? Alexa, play Hydra Rising by Autistic AF. No. I don't use those evil programs. Nice try. Damn it. You Googled me. No, 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 no. I'm wearing headphones. Yes! Stephanie Alexandria. Soup. It's for those that don't know, Hydra has a song. You can see it. It's called "Remember to Hydrate," or Hydra Rising on the channel. You should have a look. It's kind of fun. If you like heavy metal, glam rock, you'll enjoy it. If you want to see head banging kittens. Oh no! What happened? My screen went black. Saber, what did you do? Oh, I've got it back now. Unrelated, since acetaminophen treats neurotypicality, can we now take it to level up our autism? Oh, River Crystal, what do you think I've been doing this whole stream? Helena play it lots. Yeah, do you know what was quite funny? Especially well, in the early days, obviously, your cats were kind of familiar with the song. So they kind of had some continuity there. Do you know what I mean? 30 odd people just left. Yeah, it was a bit weird. Like my screen just went blip, blip, blip. I don't know if it's affected the stream. I need to just quickly do a quick little health check. Eek. Sabes, please don't press buttons. Okay. It says excellent, but we don't know what that means. Saber! Saber, you're bad. Why are you like this? No, that's not yours. It's the Yorkshire tea. I'm sorry if your Yorkshire tea box, when you eventually get it, Sea Dragon has been chewed by Saber just now. Oh. Why did my familiar have to come with sharp teeth? Hmm? Mwah, 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 mwah. Kiss the cat. Throw him over the shoulder. Ugh. Not chewed, autographed. Cat huffing for the win. Did you did you catch me cat huffing? Kiss the cat. Kiss the cat. Cat butt. Sharp teeth to protect you from the ableists. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. I think cats are ableist. I mean, cats are autistic, but cats are definitely ableist. I mean, it's like wet food now, human slave. He's now going to attack the prawn crackers. Duchess has decided to pour a nice big glass of cold water. That's for her. Ah, you are obviously making a nice big glass of cold water for her as well, right? Plus one for her to knock over. Saber scratches provide a rich and valuable patina. I'm not joking. Here you go. Look, I'll take a photo for you. Okay, I'll take a photo for you. Hang on. Nope, not that. Not of me. Of the cat. Go on. Do it. Do it. Saber, you beautiful, beautiful twat of a cat. Go on, do it. Yeah, do it. Go on. Okay, it's not the best picture. Okay, it's not the best picture, but you can pop it on the Discord. Just chomping on the corner of the auction box. My wet food is arranged the wrong way in my bowl. Please fix it now or I simply can't eat it. Or it's like I can see the bottom of the bowl, for goodness sake. Human slave. I can see the bowl. Fix it. Take care, Badger and Fox. Take care. Thank you for popping in. Been a pleasure sharing your company with us. I'll just make sure I remember to feed her as soon as I get up in the morning. To be fair, I forget otherwise. My kid's the same way. Yeah. Oh, she'll never let you forget. Actually, cats are quite good executive functionings in that respect, because they do have a built-in wet meat or treat alarm. If you start giving them like dreamies or whatever at a certain time, that's you forever, for the rest of your life. that is your life now. I wanted Joy for sorry I missed your chat there. For life, robot cat. It's a robotic plushie that reacts to sound and touch. Oh yeah, I think I know the ones. I got one for my mum, and she fed it so much that every time I saw the cat, it had fresh food on its mouth. I would have to wipe it off with paper wipes. But no, the robotic cats. In fact, I saw one. I went with my son to. He's studying history, and I went with him to the Viking Museum in York, and they have them there in the exhibits. They have the robotic cats in the exhibit with the Viking, the Viking animatronics, and they're really clever now. Like they're quite amazing things. There's another cat. Alright. That is Anna Ferret. That's Anna Ferret. Human slave, I'm not a toy to show off. She can't smell or hear you, so like... She's currently on the ground here, just walking backwards now. She can see something. She's about to go full launch at whatever is moving. What's the painting in the background? Which one? The Ben-Hur chariot race one here? It's just a pretty picture. There are other ones. Behind me over here, there's a nudibranch. There's another nudibranch. And there's another nudibranch. Ferret Sniffing Championship 2025 win. This is all very, very good. So, Saber, hi. Saber, hi. Saber, hi. Interesting, you're a cat sniffer. Right, this is not where we're going with this. We are not. This is not where we're going. We're cat sniffing AF. So Dottie just came in, charged in, jumped on top of Anna, knocked her over, surprised her. Turned around and just jumped off again. That's really funny. Cats domesticated humans for sure. Yeah, Jorvik, yeah. Jorvik Center, yeah, it's good fun. It's a good day out if you like history and Vikings. They have some dead Vikings in there. Sorry. This conversation is wild. I'm just having a little scroll. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yeah, we got it. Charlie, yeah, he just got up to the present time. Have you hydrated? Have you seen the Calm Cat Whisperer? He's a cat G salon trying to avoid trigger website. No. Cats to worry about humans being poor hunters. I like the smell. Okay. But it sort of depends. I mean, Larry's quite stinky. It depends what he's eating, I guess. Has GI issues. Can we have cat sniffer stickers? Well, there may be an announcement regarding stickers at some point. It'll be a surprise. It may happen. Darth Vader is lackluster. Blowhard gets thirsty. Sharks motivate me alongside Hydra. Yeah, Blowhard is a very dry Blowhard. Blowhard doesn't like read right. Like that's the name for a whale. Mike, book recommendation if you haven't read The Age of Cats From the Savannah to Your Sofa. I think I might have seen it. I haven't read it, but the book sort of rings a bell. 100% I would love to read that. Yeah, I will go and see. Mike, I made over 60 jars of CBD creams and 40 bottles of custom perfume this weekend. That's amazing. Do you find CBD cream works and helps? Does it have a scent? The sharks are thirsty because of their mouths. They do. They look dry. Right, can I help you, mate? Do you not see? Do you not see things? Do you not see stuff happening? Okay, right. I've fussed Sabes. Sabes. I adopted Saber in 2015. Okay, all right. Sorry. And he was. Well, he just had a car accident. And lost his leg and his balls. All on the same day. Well, I think it was a case of, look, the vets were like, well, while we're here. And I ended up adopting him and bringing him home. In fact, I actually have a video. I made a film about Saber's adoption. No reason. I just used to like making like little films. Hey. And, let me know if you want to see the film, the Saber adoption film. Saber adopted you in 2015. Yeah, it's true. Like this cat is like, I'm a bit overly connected with this animal right here. I'm a bit. Sabes is inseparable. Oh my God! Hello, this is Scott. I was so busy, I forgot about Tuesdays. What do you mean? Tuesday is the beginning of the week. And Tuesday is literally the beginning of the week. This is the best bit. Really? Okay. It's a little bit soppy. It's a little bit soppy, the Sabe film. The Sabe's adoption film. But yeah, you might enjoy it. It's fun. It probably made me sad because of how little and young Saber was. Okay, Sabes, I've got stuff to do now, so you're going to go over the shoulder again. Not the tea. I must not eat Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea is not for you. It's not. Saber lives here on my chair, literally right here. And he literally sleeps here. Trying to cut off my breathing and circulation. In fact, that's kind of why I'm not really using a weighted blanket much, because cats, man. But weighted blankets are fantastic though. I can super recommend one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously everyone's different. You might not get anything out of it. You might feel like it's too constricting. It might be too inconvenient, maybe too heavy or whatever. And obviously the one I've got is reasonably cheap. It's got glass beads in it. It's not one of the newer, fancier, heavier ones. But still, weighted blankets are fantastic. Like, complete game changer. But to be fair, I get the same kind of effect from... So Gibson loves Saber. Gibson and Saber are best buds. And the two of them will sleep on my chest. And that's like... I mean, you know, the best part of 10 kilos. And then I'll have Hydra. Hydra sleeps against my chest here and against my legs. Hydra's not normally on top of me. Hydra's normally right against me. And unfortunately, because of like all of this fur, it's quite hot and sweaty, like to have cat fur everywhere. So I have cat, I have Hydra, I've got Saber and Gibson, and then usually like Lucy and maybe Polly, and maybe Anna Ferret as well. So there's all of this, I don't know, cattage, I guess. Nina sleeps there with her own collection of cats. So and Nina has the same problem as I do, which is the abundance of cattage. You can see in my video that I posted on my 77 stims, you can see what it looks like to have Lucy sitting on you, staring down at you, because I took a photo with my phone. So if you want to see what that looks like, have a look at my 77 stims video that I posted on Sunday. You will see a picture of Lucy staring down at you. Sounds like my idea of hell. It says Kitty in the garden, as opposed to trying to survive under £1,000 of heavy random cattage. I have to switch my electric blanket on soon. It's warm, but way too light. Switch it on and then like switch it off, right? Just like take the edge off, make everything a bit warmer, no? One cat would be nice, but being covered in cats is terrifying. Oh, okay. I'm the other way around. I'm like, where are my cats? I was traveling and I was in Bristol and I literally just looked for cats and I fucking found them in a pub. There was a pub filled with cats. I'm sorry I keep going on about it. If you're in Bristol, no, I didn't grow up with cats or animals. No, not at all, Romanian peasant. I grew up in Germany, and because of the military family and stuff, you couldn't bring animals back and forth to England because of rabies. So I inherited a couple of elderly guinea pigs and looked after them for a while. They died when we were on holiday. And yeah, that's kind of the way it is in Germany. Like everyone has kind of like borrowed pets. The pets live there and you kind of just like borrow them. But the cat pub was amazing. If any of you, by the way, are in Bristol and you have an opportunity to go and visit the cat pub, you can see some of my artwork on the wall. I've signed it Mike at Autistic AF. So you'll know it's mine. And it's on the wall behind the bar. And that was weird. I mean, that was weird. I never felt so social in my life. It was like super social. It was great. This is cats. So I had rental cats. It's quite nice to have rental cats, actually. I've been love to visit. Yeah, me too, Soup. I'll go back. We could do a meet up there and fill the place out. It's only a tiny little plot spot. It's really lovely, actually. Someone joined the Discord actually only like a couple of days ago, and they were like, "I know that pub." So that's kind of cool. Black cats tend to get adopted. Yeah, black cats do tend to get adopted less. I don't know why. I don't know why black cats tend to get adopted less. I haven't got a clue. I no idea why black cats. Is it superstition of some sort? I don't know. Maybe I have heard, okay, that they photograph less well, apparently. People say they're harder to photograph. But I don't know that that's true anymore. Like, any phone made in the last 5 years, 6 years can take a photo of a black cat. Like, I don't get it. No sense to me whatsoever. The shelter I work at, black cats go as fast as any colour. That's amazing, Liz. Thank you for letting us know that. That's lovely. Yeah, I think they're all great. I like all the colours. I've heard that. That's all I'm saying. But I don't. Is it a remnant of witch fears of old? Like, yeah. I mean, stranger things have happened, but such superstition carrying on through the ages. Hard to see at night, can be dealt with a band. You know, a reflective collar or something. There are 2 eyes behind you. No cat, he's disappeared. Yeah. Mike said, "I have cat friends." You do have cat friends. You are a cat. Also, borrowed pets in Germany. What exactly do you mean? So, I grew up in Germany, and because of the quarantine laws, if you wanted to bring, for example, if you had a dog and you wanted to bring them back to England, they had to go into quarantine for 6 to 9 months. And back then in the 80s, quarantine was not very nice. It meant putting a dog in a tiny cage, and that's where they would live. They'd come out for walks, but they'd live in a tiny cage for months. So they never did. So what would happen is pets would just stay in Germany. And someone else would look after them. Sometimes they go back to the original family member, but not always. I don't know. I think Saber, you brought a lot of good luck. I mean, with the notable exception of knocking things over and starting live streams or whatever, or ending live streams. He's been quite good luck. He's been... The tiny void that lives up the road near me has a diamante collar. That is extremely pretty and sweet, Harriet. The diamante collar. Would you like a diamante collar, Zebs? Diamante collar? He's not down for that shit. Yeah, military thing, yeah. Mostly because we'd be traveling back and forth from Germany to England. So lots of families would be posted. So what would happen with military families is that you'd only be in a certain city or town for about 9 months or so, at most, really. 6 to 9 months is how long you'd be there, and then you'd move. Sometimes to somewhere else in Germany. Most of the time it'd be to somewhere else in Germany, but sometimes back to England again. So when I was 9 or 10, we came back to England for a bit. I was homeschooled for a short while. Just doing the work from the German school, and then I'd go back to school in Germany and then back to England again. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't bring pets with you. Mein Deutsch is nicht so good. I can speak a little, but no. No, I've lost most of my German. Nearly all of it. Gone. Okay. There was a time I used to play like online games, and if I were playing with Germans, I would practice my German on them. And they were all cool with that. But I've never had need to use German. I've not been back to Germany since 1992. I would love to visit Germany again. I know my old house isn't there anymore. Well, one of them isn't. And one of them is. I spent a lot of time in a hospital shaped like a swastika. It was built, well, during a dark period. I don't know if that's been turned into flats now. I'd love to visit though. Lots of like subscribing notices. Welcome everybody who's subscribing. If you're subscribing on the live stream. That's the same sentence I can say in German. Ben, ein Bier bitte, drei Bier bitte, zwei Bier bitte. Never had a use for that phrase because I was 10. I'd like to go to meme attractions. Yeah, that'd be cool. Ice cave sounds cool. I was reading about that year. It was military housing after the dark times. Yeah. As a consequence, I've visited quite a few dark places in Germany for sure. It's a reminder never to let something like that happen again. I've got a useless sentence for you, Mike. Kellner würden Sie mit bitte den Aschenbecher bringen? Would you please bring your ass? I said that out loud. Hi, Lissa. How's it going? Walter, could you please bring me the ashtray? Waiter, okay. Could you... what did I say? Could you please bring me your ass? Could you please bring me your ass? I was close. Could you please bring me your ass? It's close enough. Very close. It's close enough. It's passable. Sabes, please don't attack everything on the desk, okay? Please. Suzanne, my weighted blanket was not expensive, as in I don't believe I paid more than $20 for it, and I think it's worth way more than that. It's just filled with glass beads. It's a very basic design. You can get very simple weighted blankets in different weights. You can get expensive weighted blankets. My plan is to see some, maybe at an autism event or something. I need an autism shop. Hello, Lilith. I need an autism shop where I can. Sape says kiss it. He did. He's lying down like a pizza, and he's just biting things, and he wants my attention, and he's going to bite me in a minute. Over the back. It's blowing off a bit of saber fluff from my face. Are you shitting, dude? You need to brush. You need to brush. The autism shop in Colorado. Can I tell you a funny story, Layla? I'll tell you a really funny story. I reacted to the autism store in Colorado in a meme video. Okay? One of my meme videos from last year, my meme reactions, I reacted to... thank you very much, Baloil Munster. He's after the Yorkshire tea again. I'm going to let him bite it. He's knocked it off my desk like 5 times, by the way. No, the autism store is where you go to buy your autism. Obviously, you have to do a weekly shop. Anyway, as I was saying, I did a meme review, of the frontage of the autism store. And I was talking with Jen, because Jen visited the autism store. I think that was my meme post. Yeah, they sell autism mom stuff, do they? Jen was in an autism store, and I said to her, is it called the autism store? And she said, yes. And I said, is it actually called the autism store? As in, does it say autism store outside? And she was like, why? And I said to her, look, I reacted to it in a meme video, and I sent her a link, and she was like, oh my God, it's the same store. The store is all Tylenol. Yeah, the store is just Tylenol. The autism store. Yeah, so anyway, weighted blankets are great. Any sort of weight, really. I guess you can improvise as well. If money's an issue, you can improvise just with a normal blanket and some weight, you know. Weighted blankets specifically are pretty good. You can kind of wrap them up and then roll one way, roll the other way, and you kind of get them sort of suctioned. That's the right word. I don't like them around my feet and things. I feel a bit constricted. I want to move my feet. I like moving my legs a lot. So yeah, I just don't have them around my feet. Charlie, I can recommend it. Oh, I accept. Brace. This is Nina's Familiar. This is Tosca. Tosca is beautiful. Oh shit, no, careful. You can't do that. Come on, don't be fussy, take it. Take it. You can take that one. You can take that one. Okay. You can take... Ow! Right, okay, see you later. You dropped it. Good at it. Okay. You. He takes so nicely. Okay, that's it. It's not a fart, it's my chair. I really do need to like put some silicone on it or something. It's making bad noises. I can't wait to blanket by have books. You do not want a bookcase to fall on you. Clean up crew reporting for duty. Pretty human, for this you should be rewarded by my presence. Okay, bye. Saber's gonna go in the shower now. He's gonna wash himself. Okay, lick, blip, blip, blip. They're all done. There are employment programs for that. Employment programs. It's just like, it's pretty old, but it's very comfy and very big. And I do need to... Massive Catmageddon in the first 20 minutes. Make sure you go back and see it. Go back and watch the Catmageddon. It's an amazing Catmageddon. It's like wet food pouch Catmageddon. Can tuck the duvet in tight like a hotel. Oh, I hate that. Phil. First thing I do at a hotel is like, ugh. Who likes the duvets like tucked in so tight that they're basically like an envelope? Like if you want the experience of being a card in an envelope. Like, yeah. You can operate on regular plushies to make them into weighted ones. Oh yeah, great, thanks. Brilliant. Right, final cup of tea time. We'll be doing an after party afterwards. Although I will be making a sandwich during the first 10 minutes of it. Remember to hydrate, everybody. This is why we're not doing the 2-minute hydrate breaks, because Tea Fairy's on it today. She's on it. She knows what she's doing. Sometimes you want to be a burrito, sometimes an envelope. Yeah, I get that, but I don't want to be like constricted because I feel a bit panicky. I mean, no big deal. Just use half a weighted blanket. You know what I mean. You guys can improvise. But listen, seriously, Charlie et al. You all need to try weighted blankets. It's fucking game changing. Honest to God. One of my self-care techniques. I rarely use my weighted blanket. I haven't used it most of the year, honestly. But if I know where it is, if I need it, it's literally folded up next to my bed. I can just pull it out. I prefer it. I don't think of it as a bed thing, by the way, weighted blanket. Weighted blanket is like a couch thing. So like, if I'm on the couch watching TV or something, or if I'm just like reading, it's kind of when I use it, right? Or whatever. If I want to read, then I'll just get the weighted blanket, fold it in half, chuck it over myself, you know, maybe grab a Nintendo Switch or something, or just Kindle and then read. Mine was like $20. I can get the receipt for it, I think. It was a cheap one. But I do intend to, at some point, get some really nice weighted stuff, weighted throws or whatever. The other thing is, that I found reasonably game-changing, is that for the last kind of 3 months or so, maybe longer, I've been using the Loop Quiets to sleep. And they're fantastic. Really, really good. I did a review of them on my channel. Also looking at Flare as well. Kind of, it was more of a Loop versus Flare kind of thing. But the Loop Quiets are quite nice. Tea Fairy's very good, by Vinci. Tea Fairy's excellent. Yeah, she's good. I can give you some funny stories about trans tape, etc., but that's kind of an after party thing rather than a YouTube public thing. I've started calling Salem blanket a Salem blanket. I understand that. Eagle Rider, you got to go. Okay, take care, Eagle Rider. I hope Rosetta, I hope you have a good time. I'm glad you're glad with the family. Wendy, I filled a cushion cover with mini glass beads. Oh, fabulous. Oh, Guinevere sees it. Gwynny sees it as her throne. That's amazing. Pictures, please. Yeah, I think like, yeah, I can see that. In fact, I'm kind of thinking a bit out loud, right? I think like a weighted cat bed kind of pillow that is a bit weighted would be quite good. So our cat beds, by the way, they end up all over the place. Like a cat bed on a windowsill will get chucked off the windowsill, and if they had a tiny bit of weight, not too much weight, a tiny bit of weight to them, they'd probably sit in the probably better. Like a whole body hug. Yeah, it can be. And I it's an experience I'd like everyone to have. You should all try it. Self-care, guys. Do you all think that... I'll say it like this. Do you think girls are better at self-care than boys? I wonder if it's a case of like talking to men about weighted blankets, talking to men about plushies, talking to men about self-care stuff. Seems not more difficult to me. I don't register it really, but like I wonder if women are better at self-care than men. But I mean, I want to say it as boys and girls. I want to use that terminology for this particular conversation. We were forced to take care of both us and the men by society. This is true. Men have a hard time with self-kindness. Yeah, I wonder what it is. I'm genderqueer AFAB. I think unmasking helped me embrace self-care more than anything. Interesting shenanigans. Get a thin silicone mat, like people use for rolling out pastry. It's great for making two surfaces non-slip to each other. Oh, good plan. Good plan. Actually, just lobbing a silicone mat underneath the cat bed actually could be a bit of a pro move. I will try it and let you know. We have such silicone mats. I might just lob one under there and see what happens. How do you look after a weighted blanket? Do you know what? Actually, the glass beaded weighted blanket I've never washed. It would destroy whatever, a washing machine or whatever. I don't even know what to do with it. I don't even know how I could recycle it, even if I could. I'd probably just, I have no idea. I've got no plans. But obviously changing the bedding or changing the sheet that it's in. Obs, all right. Who that? Oh, it's Bruce. It's Bruce, come here. Did he? Okay. It's Bruce Almighty. Oh, I think he needs his nails clipped. Yeah, we got to do some nail clipping. They're not terrible. They're not terrible, but it's a bit long there, mate. And you do need to just take the end off. Make walking easier. Yeah, this is Bruce. Bruce is getting older now, and I hate this so much. I hate the idea of him getting, like, quote-unquote old. He does go out and about. He does move about. How do you tell them apart? What do you mean? Like Bruce and Sabes? Oh, dead easy. You kind of get used to it, but there's a few subtle clues. I mean, the behavior is completely different. Bruce and Sabes have got different legs missing. Bruce looks a bit more bedraggled and a bit older, so he's got like a friend of mine called him Pirate Cat once. He's got a hole in his ear. He's got bits of his ears missing. Bruce is very food motivated. He's also got a Batman. He's got a bat on his chest, which is why he's called Bruce, from Bruce Wayne. Yeah, after Bruce Wayne, exactly, America, yeah. And of course, when he was younger, he was a big bruiser of a cat as well. He was a big Batman cat. So he's kind of thin now. He's kind of thinner. He's massively food motivated, big bat cat, you know. But he's older now. He's still going strong, but you know, it's a bit sad to see him getting older. Down you go, Bruce. Right. Yes, he gave me a kiss. I give you this chair again, I should hasten to add. There you go. Enjoy. He's gonna sniff it and he's gonna bite it. Yes, he's biting it. The cat toy is being enjoyed. Oh, he's flicking it in the air. That's interesting. Oh, he's done with it now. He just flicked it in the air and buggered off. Sorry, Bruce, that there's no snacks. I have a drawer full of cat toys. Not even joking. Brand new cat toys. Bruce all feisty, yeah. Does he have sidekicks? No. Well, saves, kinda. Sigi, is that how I say your name? Two of us in the family are autistic or ADHD. We're seriously considering cats. Definitely have a look. Definitely have a think. Spicy Sky Raisin just arrived. Hi, Spicy Sky Raisin. Hello. Are we talking Sky Raisin like fly? Or are we talking Sky Raisin like bats? Or are we talking Sky Raisin like saber without any legs? Do a tail. It's also drawful. Well, not me, but we are definitely going to do some... Imagine a detective profiling Mike by searching this room. Anne-Marie, go for it. Oh, I should do a room tour. Is that something folks would want to see? Like Patreon or even YouTube? I could, like a studio tour even. I can show you all the shit in this room. Behind the camera. You don't normally see. The camera, for that matter. Talk through the setup and stuff. I can show you all of the techie bits and work bits and YouTubey bits and toy bits. Room tour. Okay, cool. Yeah, can do. I could definitely give you the tour. All right, cool. I'll consider it for YouTube. I'll defo consider it for YouTube. But I'll definitely do it. It will happen. If you're a patron, then you'll see it. Like, you're guaranteed to see it because it might go on Patreon. It depends how, like... I'll do a room tour. Yeah, I'll do a room tour. A word, but it's nearly midnight, says Unique. We'll go to afterparty soon. I remember Greece. You just remember Graffiti Cat. I haven't forgotten, Barvinci. I haven't forgotten. My daughter would love your cat ears. I bet she would. I have a good collection of cat ears too. These are the white ones, and I've got a couple of other pairs as well. I've got a fluffy pair and a plain pair. Hey, Bruce. The Dottie is currently leaping around with a cat toy. 3 black cats in here. Old house tour. Ancient house tour. Studio tour. And anything else? It's like, where's the line? I'm not sure who's watching YouTube. That's the only thing. Whereas with Discord and Patreon, then it's fine. How did Bruce react to your cat ears? Just fine. I don't really think he noticed. Saber was a bit suspicious. Polly, I don't think Polly thinks much, to be fair with you. Gibson freaked out a bit. Who else do you want to know? The kittens, I'm not sure. I don't even know if the kittens registered it. Or if I registered their registration, if that makes sense. Is it autistic of me to be anxious about our furniture being delivered? Yes. Feel anxiety by interacting with delivery guys? Yes. And the fear I feel in the furniture won't fit through the doors. Yeah, that's a bit uncertainty, isn't it? But yeah, you'll fit through the doors. Mike, your house is older than America. Scott, only with respect to the current legal definition of the country that you know as America. Obviously, America is geologically very old. Mike, did you see my email regarding the YouTube short regarding the one-eyed cat? No, not yet, Josie. What did you send me? I will check. I will check. When did you send it? Spicy Sky Raisin. Did Spicy Sky Raisin ever answer the type of Sky Raisin we're talking about? Was it a fly? Was it a bat? Or was it a saber with no legs and tail? What? Saber would look like a raisin with no legs and tail. He would look like a raisin. I'm a Native American. The US is younger than America. Yeah, exactly. So like, yes, let's call it the founding of the United States. Yeah, the house is older than the founding of the United States. Yes. Yes, people were living in this house when the United States was founded. And had been for a long time. Spicy Sky Raisin equals B. Ah, got you. Thank you, TJ. Thank you for Scowling Wolf. Thank you. Yeah. I think they are spicy, but it's kind of like medium spicy. I'd call it like Madras as opposed to like a Hornet, which is like a Vindaloo. Vindaloo raisin. Mars, thanks. Listening to stream in the background, I was able to fix 2 issues at work that I've been struggling with for weeks. You are welcome for the energy there, Mars. Thank you very much for being here. And for being part of everything, being part of all the things. Spicy because they burn when dogs bite them out of the air. Oh gosh, yes. Tosca has eaten a wasp and gotten stung. That was a spicy one. That bit back. Bats are amazing. I'm kind of iffy on raisins and savoury things. Currents are fine though. I don't mind them. I like raisins and currants in bread. I remember when I was in Germany, there was a bread I really liked and it was kind of sweet. And it made really nice toast and it had like raisins in and currants and stuff. Look, it was basically a fruitcake. But like, you know, it was a really nice bread. I liked it. I can't remember what it was called. But I sat on a bee once. Poor bee. Hope you're okay. Okay. Right. Please don't knock over bins. What are you doing, Cat? That's a bin. And you knock it over. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Fine. Cat's knocked over the waste paper basket. Stuff went everywhere, but it's because they're going after the churros. Do you remember that little wrapper? Yeah, Dottie was raiding the bin for that wrapper. There's nothing in it. I hope she doesn't eat it. She's not going to eat it. Okay. Tea Fairy and the wrapper. Could deal with the wrapper. I just knocked out the room. We have an hour ferret now. Oh, wonderful. Bats are amazing. Yeah. Bats are absolutely fabulous. Hi, Saber. Oh, yeah. Saber's just having a shower right now. And... Oops. Oh, it's a very deep wash. All done. All clean. So, it's just cats when they're like, okay, I need a shower now. Lip, lip, lip. Okay, all clean. All done. Okay, ferret, where are you going? She's wild right now. She's absolutely wild. You coming up here? She's just like, you coming up? You can't see a place to land, can you? Here you go. Jump on that. Psst, psst, psst. Ferret, come on. Has anyone got dyspraxia here? Jackie, oh yeah. There's a fair few people with dyspraxia. For sure. I understand if people say they sleep over their cat. What? I guess it depends if you're old and shit, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Most of our cats have never been bathed, so to speak, but then a few of them. Like, we had a Maine Coon who we'd have to regularly wash because she'd just literally get really gross. Oh, no, don't walk on that. It's a keyboard. That's Anna Ferret. Anna Ferret is typing to you all. I think she's trying to communicate with Central Cat. The boys are wild this morning because the kids left for school. Do they miss them? Do they miss the kids? I guess they're not out for long enough, really, are they? Like, they might find that they miss them. Anna, are you okay? She's fine. She's in the bin. Anna in the bin. She's fine. Don't worry about Anna. She's just being wild. Neurodivergent bingo. That's really good. That's really funny. Okay, what we're going to do, it's now just gone 10:30 over here in the British Isles. Hello, Saver. Okay, right. So I have a video coming up very, very soon on plushies. I don't know when it will be out. It'll be soon. Oh, man. Right, I need to move Sabes. Hang on. I'm going to turn you into a plushie, Sabes. Carry on like that. Right, you good boy. As I was saying, I have a video on plushies, which I was hoping to work on instead of all of the Trump stuff. Hopefully there's no more Trump stuff for a little bit, but it's time to do something fun. I have some other videos coming up as well. I've got quite a few in the pipeline that I'm all working on simultaneously. I have some interesting news regarding ABA. I have nearly finished ABA. Ferret! She's literally in a bin. Not the ABA video, just the ABA training and stuff. I have the exam shortly. Mostly because I have to, because it's taken a long time to get it all done. So once that is done, I will be very, very happy and can move on with life. No more Trump stuff, that's awfully optimistic. I'm hoping for no more Trump stuff for a bit. Please. But plushies are coming, okay? Meanwhile, for those of you that do support me on Patreon, there is a video with Quinn and I in Bristol. You will see more footage from the Bristol Cat Cafe. Cat Cafe? No, it's not Cat Cafe. It's just pubs. A cat pub. You'll see pub, beer, people, noise, and cats, which is incredible, and my drawing. There is also a video about Simon Baron-Cohen and Jordan Peterson in there as well. There is also going to be more on Patreon. I have a big list of things to do, including the next Patreon video that's probably going to go up, and it's a bit of a bonus video, is the Tuesday book. I'm going to tell a story about flying frogs, just for fun, for shits and giggles. That could be fun. So that will pop up on Patreon fairly soon. For those of you who are subscribed, you will get an email when that's available. Right, one sec. Okay. There is tons of stuff coming up. I'm super excited about it. But there's like, for me, this kind of stuff I want to just get out of the way. The stuff I just want gone. So to make room for all of the other stuff. The Oddish. Is there no Oddish plushie? There must be an Oddish plushie. Yeah, you'll get notified in Discord as well. If you subscribe to the videos channel under Autistic AF, you will see when those videos are available because they get posted in there. It's a read-only channel that only updates when a new video is available. So you can see all of the videos, including Patreon, by scrolling that channel. Afterparty, indeed. If you would like to support the channel further, this is purely optional. It's added AF. The vibe of the live stream continues, not just in the Afterparty, which is a members exclusive stream that happens usually immediately after this one, but also the access to the Discord, which runs 24/7. It's the most amazing neuroaffirming community I've ever met, full of some amazing people. I have no idea why you're in there or where you came from, but somehow there are hundreds of amazing people in there, and it's amazing. We'll go to Afterparty. I'll give you a little update in there about Nina's trans tape. Just because it's funny and we've agreed to talk about it. We'll have we'll play some games. It'll be chill. I'm also going to make a sandwich. We'll probably do that during a game or something. So yeah, we'll have some fun in the after party. Access is available. There are 3 tiers on my Patreon. If you want to support me, you pick a level, but basically all of them have access to the Discord. Even for $4 a month or $1 a week or less if you pay for a year. And I really do need a sandwich, and I'm going to make a sandwich. I don't know what sandwich is going to be, but it's going to be a sandwich. I'm looking forward to plushies. So stay in tune with the channel. I'm afraid even if you subscribe, that doesn't mean YouTube is going to show you any videos that I post. So please do check back and have a little look. There's some weird shit going on with the YouTube algorithm at the minute. I don't know. I don't even profess to know. Different creators and people say different things, but all I know is that YouTube doesn't... When I subscribe to creators on YouTube, YouTube doesn't show me their videos. It's annoying. It actually drives me nuts. I have a list of people, of channels that I like to watch, and I literally have to go and check them manually. It's so annoying. Because YouTube is becoming more curated now. And I know that when I post stuff like Trump and things, it's not great. Loads of people unsubscribe when I do that, but it's not about Trump. I'm not trying to be political. I don't share Trump's view on the world, but to be fair, I'm talking about autism, and I'm talking about some of the films I make are films I want to make. The after party is happening like right. Give me 10 minutes. Subscription tab I go into, yeah, but I've got all of the things I've subscribed to in there, and I've got a little list on my phone of the actual channels that I want to see. And some of those channels are my friends. Some of them are channels that are like my comfort YouTube channels. I've got some channels I will play in the background. Some I watch for news. Some like I'll watch because I'm interested in a topic or whatever, and I'll only watch them for a bit. But it's really annoying. I'm mentioning it to you all because if you don't check back to see the plushie video, don't expect to be shown it, because YouTube for some reason is not showing the channels to all the stuff, which is weird. I don't know. Check back if that's your thing, if that's your vibe. Check back. There is a stream every week on Tuesday at this time, so if you'd like to be part of next week's stream, I have some special guests lined up, by the way. So there are some people I want to talk to and some people I want to hang out with on stream, who will be who know who they are, and that's happening in due course. There's also Tea and Tales, obviously, is coming back. The next one is probably going to be Casey Davis, How to Keep House While Drowning. Stay tuned for that. Someone will win the book. It will be signed. There's so much I want to do, but I'm lacking energy and time to make everything work. And that's only because there's some things in the way. My ABA thing, once I've done my ABA video, I will free up like 10 hours a week. It's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it. And I know I'll post an ABA video and people are going to hate it and unsubscribe. But okay, or whatever. I'm just trying to do things in an intellectually honest way. So that's kind of how it is. Okay, so that's kind of the vibe around here. If you would like to join, my Patreon is linked in the description. You don't have to tell me what you're doing. I get no notifications. All of it is turned off. If you want to cancel, I don't get notified. Please do. And you do not owe me or anyone else in your life an explanation. If you want to change your tier, please do. Do as you need to or as you wish to. There is no obligation, and I don't actually notice unless you tell me. So just literally you do you. There is a service there, and if I'm perfectly honest with you, the Discord has kept me absolutely fucking sane over what has been quite a difficult and challenging 2025. And I'm utterly excited, and not burned out, but I am utterly excited to do some cool things. I've got some cool film ideas. There's things I want to do. There's things I want to make. I am extremely excited about some things that are going to happen that only I know about in my head. And occasionally I leak bits because I'm leaky. Not in that way, but I'm at some point. Right now I'm continent, but occasionally excitement happens and I leak. That's all I'm going to say. Occasionally I just can't keep the happy thing down. Okay? So you know there's going to be a plushie pit. I was not... You got that out of me. I'd be a terrible spy. Video hasn't even been made yet. You shouldn't know this. No, I don't need a tissue. I need a cork. So don't tell people. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of cool shit going on. And I know every creator says the community is the best or whatever. And look, genuinely, we can all be proud of the wider autistic community, including people that aren't here. We can be totally proud. The autistic community's got your back. And no matter what bullshit goes on in the world, right? There are people that have your back. You're not alone. No one is alone here. And it doesn't matter if you are a member of the Autistic Cats or whatever, you're on a scratching post or you're somewhere else. I mean, it sort of matters because obviously you're going to miss out on the cool shit. But no, seriously, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that you have community, you have people around you, and you are not alone because you are not alone. You are absolutely not fucking alone, even if you feel like it, because I felt like it. And you are not alone. And, you know, don't feel like with politics and shit that you have to fight anything because you don't. And also, when it comes to things like disclosing autism, don't feel like you have to disclose or you have to tell people whatever. You owe people no explanations. I mean, it depends. If you're demanding things off people, then you kind of do sort of owe them a reason or whatever, depending on the context. But basically, you don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to fight stuff. Don't feel like you need to take on sort of like a Trump administration because they're saying weird shit or whatever. You don't owe anyone. You don't need to fight it. And one more thing. If somebody's gonna do a bit of fighting on something like that, then allow people with an audience to do it. Like, it's better. It's better if I say something. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't. Jesus, no, absolutely not. What I'm trying to say is, like, if I point something out, I'm out. I'm out. It doesn't matter. You know, I've lived a good life. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm in a position to be able to do that. So it doesn't matter. Like, you can point at me if you want to. It's all right, or whatever. Or that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say, don't, you know, you don't have to disclose. You don't have to do stuff, right? That's what I'm trying to say, right? But I am obviously going to mention the Patreon as a call to action because there is content there. There are currently 55 things that you can't find anywhere else. That number is only going to go up over time. I have the intention to make some good shit for you guys and to deliver it in such intense value that you won't see it anywhere else. And I would have achieved more if I didn't have the bloody ABA thing. Why does it sound like you have 3 weeks to live or something? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to take the pressure off you, everyone who's here. I don't want any of you to feel like you have an obligation or you must do something. I don't want any of you to feel like you're alone. Or that, you know, the most powerful man in the world is saying bullshit about your neurotype. I don't want any of you to feel like there's any autistic people, second only to intellectual disabilities, have the worst economic outlook of any disability group, including all of the physical disabilities, including Down syndrome. I just, you know, everything passes. Have some perspective in life is what I'm trying to say. And none of you, every single one of you, I'm saying it to myself as well, none of you, any of you need to have any, because we feel justice sometimes quite acutely. You're not a neurotypical that's had a brain injury, okay? A brain injury is a separate thing altogether. I need you all to know this. I know that people watch this stream back afterwards, and you're not broken, and it's not soppy. I just, like, your mental health is more important than a tweet or a post or arguing with your family or people around you. You know, if you want, you can proxy that onto content creators, autism content creators, because we have stronger backs, as it were, as in we've deliberately set ourselves up to do it. And I'm not activism. I never intended for my channel to be activism in some way, but occasionally you'll see activism. Like yesterday. Okay? We good? Okay. But if you want to, if you want to pay me $4 on Patreon and become a kitten or a cat or a tiger, then please do. But you don't have to. But that's how I make ends meet. This is now my job. I am now full-time YouTube, pretty much. Details don't get shared on YouTube. They get shared on Discord. It's where this closer community, where we know each other. So, yeah, that's not for here. But yeah, this is my job now. So any support you can offer is amazing. But it means you're not going to see any more of me, like any less of me. It means you're not going to see less. I love the blend of neurodiversity, cats, and environmental activism, Mike. Thank you very much. And I'm glad you're here. And thank you very much, Liz. You've been here for such a long time, and I appreciate all of your support. Oh, you're going to get the plushy pit. I don't want to amp it up too much, but there is a plushy pit, and you. When I edit the video, I'm going to remember your name or no name, and be like, "Damn it, why did this leak?" There is a plushy pit. So yeah, I just need you to know that, okay? I also think the bar for calling the autistic cat community a safe space is so low, and everyone is so good. It's amazing. All right, I just needed you to know that. I just needed you to know. Okay, leaky like a pit of plushies. Plushies are happening. I'll see you all soon. It's I'll drop the URL. Oh, there it is. It's on screen. Right there. If you hop onto that URL, take a look, see if it's what you like. It might be. You might be surprised. And we're going to be there. Shall we say about 10 minutes? Super. See you then. Love to all.